Okay, now we are live. Whilst I hit all this in.
Mr. 5000, where are you? But I think it's also because we said it was 7:30.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't get the message that it's 7.
Could be.
Maybe try calling him. Worth a shot.
Yeah. Let me just get this done quickly. Oh, if you want to try. Once I get this, yeah. Live now. There. Oh, remember your party will get cut like.
What's good, Mr. 5K? You want to join the party and the cough now because we're about to start.
You can start just almost home. Let me just say 5 to 10 minutes. I'll be home.
How the hell are you online though?
Alright, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, cool.
This time to put it on the group, like.
Alright, cool. We'll do that. Okay, sure. So he's on his way home. So he said we must start without him.
Yeah, okay. Let's see if this is up. I'm just going to send you this link on the thing.
Dang it! It sucks that it didn't cross over my my Kombat card.
Okay.
Because I put the Elder God background. So. Alright, let me check if your stream's live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. 3
Do you see
people
the
already
poster
in.
as well?
Yeah, I see the poster. It's all good. We
It's all
ready to
good.
go.
Hundreds.
Just send the link and then we can get started.
Okay, I'm going to send the link. Why is it coming like this format?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's still there. So. Right then, just tell me when you're ready to go.
Okay, I'll tell you in a couple of seconds. Just this one thing more. Share. Okay, welcome guys. My name is AK Slay and thank you for joining us. It's been a while since we streamed, but today we got something special for you guys. Starting up, we're going to have a first to 10 between KISSLAND-AMT, aka Stardom Crusher, versus Gpunk Max. That's going to be a first to 10. And thereafter, the much anticipated, going to be hosted by KISSLAND-AMT, the big and long-awaited discussions for the next game from NRS, and hopefully that'll be Mortal Kombat 12. So yeah, we're going to have a good discussion. It's going to feature himself, the host, KISSLAND, aka Stardom Crusher, GWA, that is. We've got Jim, Mr. 5000, and we've got CWG, Velvet Overkill as well. I'll be as well in the background. But yeah, let's get this game started, and then we're going to do the intros and stuff. We have on the mic with me at the moment, that is KISSLAND-AMT. How's it going?
What's good, chat? I'm good, man. How are you? Excited to be here.
100%. Yeah, very excited. Yeah, thanks for coming up with that idea of the discussion as well. Jim, sorry, I see you in the chat. Just let me know if you can hear KISSLAND-AMT. He's on the
Yeah,
mic
just
on
let
the
us
other
know if
end.
all the audio is all right, so then we can get started.
Uh-huh. Maybe you can just go off AFK. Yeah, we can just start it in the meantime whilst you
I'm off AFK,
there. Yeah.
waiting for Gpunk.
Okay. Yeah, and thanks for joining us, guys. You guys, can discuss that Mortal Kombat or the next game that's coming up as well. We will be checking your questions and comments and critics and etc. And yeah, as soon as this game is over, this first to 10, we'll be full into it. Yeah, just waiting on Gpunk to go off AFK and get this first to 10 started. I'm Abel is there as well. I'm Cabal without the K. Thanks for joining us, Abel. Let's go first to 10. It's been a while since Gpunk. I think it's been once since I had him on stream or so.
Is that so?
But yeah, he's ever ready to play as well.
Oh, that's
Loves the
perfect.
Devourer character. And yeah, straight away with that character. Played a
All
lot
right,
of
let's
games
get it
too.
going then.
Let's get going. Joel Static, let's go, boys. J Static in the house. You changed your name there, J Static. Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Like I said, the discussion for the next game, Mortal Kombat 12, hopefully will commence soon after this with the likes of Mr. 5000, Velvet Overkill, and Stardom Crusher. Will be
I
hosting
mean, we've
that.
got some interesting things to talk about, It's not just going to be about the next game, it's about the scene in general, how we're feeling. Of course, it's grown so much bigger since what it was in MKX, so I'm very excited to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Jim Chori wants to give me all his money. Thanks, Jim, for joining us as well. Much appreciated. We need other guys in here. Let me send them the link as well. Started off with Storm Crush on the Melina and Gpunk on his main for who he loves, the Ladybug Devourer.
Oops. What's the combo there?
First round taken by KISSLAND-AMT. Must get used to that name there. But he's going to tell you more about himself as well as the other three guys with a brief intro of themselves and their gaming careers and stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for that. That's going to take place after this first to 10, like we said. And I hope you guys are hyped on the next game coming. It's been it's taking a long time. Tiny, like grain size teasers, literally. But yeah, something. Hopefully it's soon. Soon. We need that soon. As
Yeah, man, we've been waiting for
KISSLAND.
this game for so long.
For over 2 years now, to be exact.
And all we got was a drop of sand, so...
Just a grain. Just a
little
grain.
grain.
Sure. That's the biggest tease ever.
And a clock, that's it. That's all we get.
And I will put the scores up in here. KISSLAND 1 now over Gpunk's 0. This is the first to 10. Yeah, we're going to get Mr. 5000 coming in shortly to commentate as well. And yeah, he's obviously one of the guys on the panel.
While we're doing the sets, I just wanted to ask the chat, how are you feeling about MK right now? Are you frustrated that we've had to wait so long before we got something? Are you excited? I want to know what the general mood is.
For me, myself, you know, I'm a bit frustrated, but I still have to wait for it because, yeah, I'm a fan of MK. Like diehard fan. We'll wait for it. I don't even care what happens or what system or what mechanics happen. I just want to see a game. That's it. And then we can work from there, you know? Metal Laru, we are here. Thank you, Metal Laru, for being here. Much appreciated. Vuyo is in the building as well. Let's go, Gpunk, he says. Supporting the underdog, or should I say underdog? I'm not sure. Gpunk has played a lot of games since as well. I see like about 6,000 on his combat card earlier. He loves Mortal Kombat as well. But great to see him ready to come in and play the 1v1 against KISSLAND. Very willing and ready to go. No fear, Gpunk Max 12-12. Gfunk. So this is the second game. I put the scores up already there. You can see it above. Maybe we should just get a poll going as well. What poll do you guys want me to put up there? Someone type something there and then I'll just put up a poll. Gpunk has stuck with his Devourer. The second game. 1-0 in the favor of KISSLAND, aka Stardom Crusher. Is KISSLAND new girl? You simp. Yeah. He's going to tell you more about himself, KISSLAND, the Smurf, but that'll come after this first 10. And he's going to tell you about his career in the fighting game and all his stats as well.
I don't have much of a career. Spoilers alert.
He does. Don't be humble. Just give it all. Just give it all after this. But yeah, stay tuned for that. But KISSLAND is now up 2 against Gpunk. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really loving Melina. Really enjoying. I know a lot of people wanted better from her in this game, but you know, she's actually very good. I think she's very underrated.
One of the best things as well is the movement, like, you know, the backdash as well. It's very, very fast.
You can't catch her. You know, unlike someone like Fujin, you know, Fujin actually would struggle to catch her, which is very funny.
Her normal backdash without waving and stuff is just like fast itself.
Yeah, her walk speed too. It's just really good. And apart from that, her down 3 is decent. I would say the biggest strength of her gameplay is that she has a command grab. So her game plan is very simple.
You try to do command grab there. Sometimes the down 2 comes out. I know I tried forward, down, back 2, and I get a down 2 coming out. Zoning is cool too.
Yeah, if you have
run away, zone.
Also...
Oh shit, that caught in the middle of the teleport there. Ryu for MK12 already from Pain. Tendo, yeah, Pain. I was also thinking as well, one of the Street Fighter characters like Ken. No, I like Ken, so Jackie for Street Fighter 6. Let's swap that way. Face Pain, Tendo.
He decides to send the fatal blow.
Gfunk with his Gfunk fatal blow. One of the least damages from fatal blow on Devourer's parts.
Fatal blow does decent damage.
Like 298. And definitely scales all the time. Shit, Gpunk with these traps.
Well played. I shouldn't have let him do that.
Oh, Vuyo, do you want to come in and party now? But obviously, what time is your load shedding, Vuyo? I forgot again. Is it 8? Oh, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I sent you a message as well.
Nice. I disagree with that choice.
Yo, held that teleport for a while. Don't often see that. Ken for MK12. Yeah, I like Ken. I love Ken in Mortal Kombat 2 is what I used to play before. I have seen Mortal Kombat 1 in arcades and 2, but Mortal Kombat 1 was... I mean, Street Fighter 1, sorry. That was a bit not so good. And I love Street Fighter 2. That was the first fighting game I played. Because it had some vocals and stuff. Sure, you can. Hello, Bernie's Creative Corner. Member for 11 months. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, for becoming members as well. If you do want to become a member, press the join button there. For as little as 10 Rand a month, you can too enjoy the same thing as everyone does. And some extra stuff on the personal side of life as well. On the members channel. That's if you join though. Penny thought, yeah, as well. I thought, what's this teleport cancel? It'd be cool if you could cancel the teleport too.
That would be broken.
Bernie, hope you're doing well there. As with everybody else in the chat, thank you for joining us. Yeah, don't forget, like I posted up the pin there, we got a good, lovely discussion on the next game coming from NRS and hopefully MK12 should be it. Like I said, discussion to follow after this first to 10. Pose your questions, comments, critics, etc.
And you know, let us know if you like this kind of video. I mean, I don't think we've ever really done anything like this since way back on the FGC Africa channel, you know, with Parasurama, Charlie Wolf Gaming.
Yeah, I think they've done it once there with all about the FGC. Shelzable, I don't know if you remember him or know him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
the
yeah.
Shelzable. He's done one of it, yeah, as well. It's been a long time streaming coming from Charlie Wolf Gaming as well, but I'm sure he's getting back into it. I think he's in the Street Fighter scene at the moment, so he will be dropping some streams very soon as well.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, yeah, I feel like in the community we do have, you know, a little bit of our banter in the group chats, but I don't think we ever have like this, just a regular discussion on the game, you know. It's very difficult to do it on text, I think. This kind of interactive environment is what we need, and that's why we bring, you know, the best player. That's why we want to bring the best players on for the stuff. We want to hear what they have to say.
Some of the Africa's, great players.
VALVEDOVERKILL and Mr. 5000 are here.
And don't forget yourself as well. Meanwhile, Devourer with that camouflage type of skin there, blending in the background. Don't know whether she's a snake or a spider there, or dragon. He's using his skin tactics there. So the score is 3-0 in the favor of KISSLAND in this first to 10. And thank you guys for joining us as well. Keep staying tuned, there's much better to come. Let's see what's the damage here.
No, it's gonna kill. It's safe, fatal damage.
305, okay. Geraldino, my friend, what's up? Matt5 Bio, also the very first friend from the MK11 days, Matt5 Bio. And I'm sure he's overexcited as well to hear or wait for the proper announcement trailer from NRS for MK12. I'm sure he is. Yeah, in the meantime, if you guys want to feel free, you can post your comments, critics, questions, etc. for the next game, Mortal Kombat 12. And then, yeah, after this first to 10, like I said, I'm repeating myself all the time. But after this first to 10, we're going to have that discussion with Gem Mr. 5000, with GWA Kissland, with CWG Velvet Overkill.
Mr. 5000, how are you doing?
There he joins the party.
Now that he's here, I'm just gonna shut up and let the pro player do all the talking.
Good stuff. I'll let you know when we can hear you, Gem Mr. 5000. Can't wait for MK12. Exactly. That's the most anticipated game that I've ever waited for in my life. Okay, let me try and also get him in as soon as this match ends into the cut, so he can check what's going on as well. Mr. 5000, that is. You can't get membership? Oh dear, AI Pain. AI Pain couldn't get it. You can try the join button and see if that works. I'm not sure why it's not working there, AI Pain. Well, let me get MK, Mr. 5000 quickly in the thing, in the cut lobby. So, KISSLAND on his 4 games now, win against Gpunk. Oh. Come on. Okay, invite has been sent to you, Mr. 5000, on the COT side.
I see there's a Jade request by Bernie in the chat.
Jade, yeah, Bernie loves Jade. Let's see if KISSLAND loses first of all. Then he can only switch, because winners stay and losers can change only.
I would not want to play Jade anyway. Nothing against the character personally, I just don't like her playstyle.
There you have it, Bernie. Guys, let me know if you can hear KISSLAND as well clearly. The viewers in here.
Should.
MK12 trailer is going to be Lou and Scorpion fighting while Goro twerking on the moon. Then pre-order bonus reviewed to be twerking Goro. That's what Pain Tendo says. That'll be a cool one there, Pain. That's a funky skin from Gpunk. It's like that yellow tinges on the blue skin. First time I've seen that.
Are you able to get them, Mr. Eckersley?
Hello, Mr. 5000 Gem boys. Are you there?
Let's go! I am
Let's go.
here.
Oh, there you are.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. I'm sure you can't see this match.
I am definitely watching it from my phone, actually.
Okay, then next one you'll be in. Yeah, welcome guys. Welcome to Mr. 5000. Let us know if you guys can hear Mr. 5000. Mr. 5000, is your party audio always allow?
Let me just check that real quick.
Whilst the viewers can tell me as well.
Let me just check that real quick. Let me just go to party audio settings. Always allow your voice to be shared, you mean?
Yes, that's it.
Yes, it's always allowed.
Good stuff, so they must hear you there. Oh my word, you guys make me laugh with your hate towards her. Oh, that is Jade, Bernie says. Yes.
Bro.
So the games at the moment is 4-0 in the favor of KISSLAND, we're going to call him. That's aka Stardom Crusher, Mr. 5000, just to put you on track.
Okay, so it's 4-2-0.
4-0. Yeah, 4-0.
Oh.
Pain asks, who's this Mr. Gem, Mr. 5000? And Matt5 Bio says, how's it going? What's up, Mr. 5K?
What's good, buddy? What's good, Pain? Hi, Benny. Good to see you. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a good time.
Okay, Matt confirms he can hear everyone. Good stuff, Matt. Thanks for that.
Brilliant. I'm gonna let you
876,
guys
welcome.
commentate. I'll get out of here.
Oh, overhead. Into the grab. Let's go. Oh my god.
He's up 5-0 now, and then Mr. 5000 can now see the match. Good stuff.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay,
Thanks.
fireball. Coming from Gpunk. Oh, hits them with the Shari. You okay?
Don't judge a woman who loves Jade and her playstyle, says Bunny. I'm doing well there, Dwayno. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Like we said, just after this first to 10, not too long more to go, we're going to have the discussions of the Mortal Kombat 12 and gaming, featuring Gem, Mr. 5000, GWA, Storm Crusher, and CWG, Velvet Overkill. That's coming up shortly. So stick with us.
Let's go.
It's
All right,
5000, how's it going on the MK side, scene side? Are you still playing the game as well?
No, I am still definitely playing the game as well. I can never stop playing it because it's one of my favorite games. Still just waiting for and very much excited about the release of MK12. But as usual, Ed Boon is actually trolling us.
The biggest shoal with the smallest piece of tease. A grain of sand is all we got.
Yeah. Did you see that we've punished by KISSLAND? Ooh, the flawless block. Boys, we got those. Down 2 in neutral, we got those.
He knows Melina doesn't reach there with up 3 though. Collector does.
Oh yeah.
With up 3. And obviously up 2 doesn't work because it hits you. The second hit of the creep ice.
Gpunk just did the careless win attack. Down 4 into slide.
Yeah, I love doing things like that too as well. And come short of it as well. Why is bro capping? What are you talking about pain there?
Ooh.
This is my favorite stage.
Bro.
Oh, you tried to flawless block it again, maybe?
You are no warrior. Is KISSLAND
Storm Crusher.
Storm Crusher, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the latest ID, and then he's going to tell us about the... He's going to tell us...
Where did this ID come from?
I don't know. He didn't say. Maybe we'll reveal it to us, like, as soon as he does that intro, like, after this game. I'm sure he'll do that.
Oh, yeah. Shoto fails to connect. Oh my god, scramble for Africa. Let's go. Down 4
Down 4 slide. The careless win attack.
The careless win attack. Ooh,
Careless winner didn't know I was doing that before he was doing that. Because I always said down 4 into anything.
Do anything.
Oh, what happened there?
Misses the fatal blow. What the hell is that?
Oh. Not punished. Too slow. Too slow.
Too slow.
There we go with the first question of Mat 5 Bio. The flawless block return in the next game. Do you want to see that?
Definitely.
Definitely want to see that, says Mr. 5000. I'd say yes too. As the game... Oh, there's a crushing blow, I think. He's going to use it. Yes, that's the armor breaker. Yeah, as the game evolved or got deeper, like you've seen, like the flawless blocks coming into play, and the micro ducks and the wave dashing, and you know, just goes level up and level up and level up.
Yeah, I mean they have really taken some time to actually introduce some new mechanics, and you can actually see the game change.
Like evolve, yeah.
Evolve from MK9 to MKX, and then they actually tried to reboot into another MK9, but it was more advanced, which actually became MK11. So it's actually good to see how the game has been evolving, and you know, this is where the anticipation of how the new game will actually look like comes from, because you don't know what type of mechanics they might actually bring in and
Next.
how evolved it might be. So you know, I'm so eager to see what next.
I'm sure it's going to be a brand new mechanic, Mr. 5000. Because like all the games like evolved, you know, you got the breaker and then you got the breakaway, and then yeah, that'll be like, you know, like a whole new thing. So it's good to learn something new. Like obviously people hate on it at first, but yeah, that's how it goes. You want something and then you want something else, and then analysts just keep changing things to show at least they're doing something, you know. You can't just have everything your way. But yeah, that's like, we're gonna discuss that more in detail as well. So Bilal, yeah, how's it going, bro? On comms with me is Gem Mr. 5000. We do have Storm Crusher, who is called KISSLAND-AMT, who you see playing there. Bilal, BGH movement there in the house. And we got as well Chemo Cole, boys.
Let's go.
J Static, Sad Boy, boys. We see Sad Boy, boys.
Boys. We're boys and boys.
The boys from the Zambia are there, the full support. Nice to see. J Static from the Uganda. We see some Tanzanian guys there as well. South Africa, Kenya. Everyone's in the house. Good stuff. We also got one from Jamaica there, Dwayno. Seen earlier on the chat. Good stuff.
Good to see you guys. Good to see you all. 11 people in chat. Let's go. Please still stay tuned and stick around, because we have a lot more discussion that we have to do for the next freaking NRS game. Guys, I'm so super excited.
And definitely, yes, Bilal says, and I confirm that Mr. 5000 brings that mad energy whenever he's on the mic.
It's
and whenever you play him.
Boys. It's always high, boys.
Mr. 5000 sounds so humble until he presses them buttons. That's exactly what I was going to say. Very humble person, always giving games, whether you're a novice or pro player, whatever, he's there down to help. And that's
bro, we're always down to help. Always here to help you, to help anybody level up, because you know, it's always fun to see how people, you know, get better at the game.
Yes.
Because it's always good to share knowledge. You know?
And thanks for that.
I'm always down to help whoever and whoever wanna any help.
That's the best thing in life. I'm sure you are that person in normal life as well. Not only for games, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And Toma Puta is in the chat as well. Zombie Classic, one of the members also in the area of Mr. 5000, Zambia. A lot of Zambia guys, love it.
Zombie Classic, what's good, buddy?
We miss you on the PS scenes as well, Zombie. Sad Boy Gaming for the win.
Let's go.
Okay, let me send this party quickly. Careless Winner Boys is in the building as well. Zambia, Zambia, Zambia. Let's go, Zambia.
Let's
people high tech
go. Like. Yo, flawless flow coming on from roll down, two boys overhead. Do it another one.
Do it again, do it again.
Do it again, do it again.
Oh, there we go.
You
knew that was coming there.
Well, that was some fun. Well, we're going to see Stormcrusher Kissland change characters.
Sure. Was it Gpunk's favor of that game there? Okay.
Yes, Gpunk actually won this game.
I forgot the score at the moment. We were talking so much, and then let me just invite Vuyo in the party for now. Vuyo Nomeva. That's another hidey there. Careless Winner says people hide their... People actually hide tech. Some hide tech. Some hide tech.
Some, yes. Some do actually have this tendency of hiding tech, especially when they know that other people might... They know something about the game that that other people actually don't know, which I think is not it's a bad thing or it's some sort of an advantage for them. But it's always just good, you know, to share the knowledge that you have about something. If you see something, you know, it's actually working, why don't you just pass on the knowledge so that you
Yeah,
can
let
actually help
everyone.
your other people, everyone enjoy or be at the same level where you are.
True. True.
Yeah,
Get some more competition. You don't just go in there and lose. I mean, win just easily, like, you know.
exactly. You know,
Each one teach one.
one thing that I realized that and which I actually appreciated the time I went for Evo 2018. Bro, even after I lost, I mean, I had the privilege of being in a room full of all the pro players, and none of them was really greedy to actually give me advice. I mean, I interviewed almost everyone, and every time I asked the question, they always just really advised me in terms of how best I can play Injustice, how best I can play the neutral game, and how best I can actually lab and stuff like that. And some were even offering to actually lab with me. It's just that because of how internet is in Africa, I didn't even have the opportunity to actually take up on that spot. So I spoke to Rewind, I spoke to Tweedy, I spoke to Foxy Grandpa back then. So all those are great players that actually
Wow.
gave me advice back then. So it's really good to see that people out there actually really willing to give out advice. But when you come to Africa, sometimes people will just like, you know, like want to keep that information to themselves,
Uh-huh.
which yeah, which I think it shouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Oh, sure. That's so good to hear. Because normally when you think of like overseas guys, you'll think differently. But
Yes.
yeah, like you're saying it's from the horse's mouth, like you said it. They also, you had the privilege and honor to meet those pro players, and so
Yeah.
likewise, they had the honor of meeting you, a pro player.
Yes. Yes.
That must be a fantastic gaming experience there.
Yo, it was. I mean, I didn't even expect to be invited, but until Mr. Akoma was just like, "Yo, there's this kid from Zambia. You know, let's ask him to come for a War of the Gods private invitation or offline tournament." So I was like, "Hey, I just received a DM on my Twitter. I was like, hey, yo, we need you this side. Can you come to this room?" And then you
Sure.
find. Then I found everybody that side, except Sonny Fox because Sonny Fox was still playing DBZ by then.
But you did meet him somewhere else as well, is it?
Yes, I met him
Yeah,
in
you did.
Ireland.
Yeah, yeah. We saw that picture of him when you took it out. Yeah. So lucky you seen most of the pro players as well. That's so cool. That's like a dream.
Uh, Yo, Mod Bio, how do I high tech, bro? What tech are you talking about?
Malaya is in here as well. Sanazuki, thank you for joining us. I don't know what winning is. He says Sub-Zero be wilding. Storm Crusher with his...
That was a nice hit confirmed. That was a nice hit confirmed.
The forward 4-1 flying kick into that gels. I think the first time I've ever seen that was with Brandon LAI 333
Oh
Gods.
yeah, back
Remember?
in the day.
Yeah.
Yes. Yo,
Sheesh.
Brandon had a strong Cassie back in the day.
Mm.
Like, you even wonder why he even actually retired so early.
Yeah, sometimes it's peer pressure, going on to Apex and doing better in that, then they can do better in something else. So sometimes like I'm like that, like when I want to do something and I'm half good in it, then I don't do it. But not to say I'm good in this game, I just love it. That's the passion. But like
Oh yeah.
sports and stuff, like if I'm a little bit bad or average, I'll quit at the same time. I want to be very good, you know.
Oh
But
yeah.
that is just me. Not to be like boastful, but maybe I have like a less or low self-esteem or low confidence, so I want to keep up with the big league or something, like you say. But that's
Oh yeah.
sports, yeah. That's a personal thing there. Ivo Masashi is in the building as well. Lovely. Angola is in the house as well. Lovely. Geraldino Pululo is the only one that's not moderator, so let me add him as moderator. Careless winner. Ivo hides fans.
Ooh! Ooh, YOLO slide, boys, we got those!
Oh shit, the last game was won by?
The last game was...
KISSLAND.
KISSLAND, yeah.
KISSLAND, again, if all the guys don't know, it is Storm Crusher. GWA Storm Crusher, that is.
Nice,
nice. Other Heidi?
Drops the combo. It confirmed, boys. Breaks away.
Oh shit, I stopped invite. Vuyo, did you get that invite?
Ooh, crushing blow! Another one! So this kill though.
Not.
I see Careless Winner says Frosh hide steak? Does Frosh hide steak?
No, I don't think Frosh hides, like...
I don't think Frosh hides steak, but maybe he can just maybe ask or have a long conversation with him, but I don't think he hides steak. Because recently I was just from practicing Street Fighter, and then Frosh has actually been really grinding that Street Fighter game. And the first time we actually played, he actually showed me a couple of stuff that I needed to learn more about the game to actually get the hang of how to play that game as well. So, in all honesty, I don't think Frosh hides steak. Or maybe he just hides steak to different people.
Okay, Gpunk moving up the ladder again on 2. But Storm Crusher on 7 in this first to 10. Yeah, also Frosh. It was Frosh, I think my first friend ever on Mortal Kombat 11. That's when I went online as well. So yeah, there was Frosh, then it was Matt. Yeah, I remember. Very good guy. He likes to talk. Give you a call once in a while. Personal call on your cell phone. Yeah, very, very good. Down to earth, fun person as well. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't hide the tech.
Oh yeah, Frosh doesn't talk a lot when playing. He's all serious. And yeah, but once
especially when he's losing, he just keeps quiet.
Yes, he is very serious. He is a serious person. Like, you can actually really fight if he actually is that type of person. But aside game, when he's all chilled and stuff, he's actually a very cool guy.
Very cool.
And,
yeah, he's definitely chill.
He likes to talk, and he's more social than most of the people that I actually know as
100%.
Well. Yes.
He'll just phone you at a random time, and he'll just ask you how your day was and how's the family, and yeah, he'll just make some conversation.
Oh yeah.
Day one, boys. This is Max Zombie Classic. AK, you're the best at this game. No, I'm not, but I just love it. But thanks for that, Zombie Classic. My sensei.
Ooh.
You're my sensei.
I see people pulling out their mains now, bro.
KISSLAND. One of his mains as well, yeah.
Another one, YOLO boys, honeybee boys.
That's like as good as Sub-Zero slide there. The teleport catch.
Punish. Nice punish. Musato! What the hell was that?
Gpunk likes to just throw some random, what you call it, OV positives as well.
You know, most of these players actually speak some Afrikaner somewhere, because what is Musato?
What does it say?
You heard Geras say it again. Musato. What does Musato mean?
No, it's not Afrikaans.
What language is it?
It's Chronica's Titan language. Vuyo, we can see you join the party as well. Welcome.
Welcome, Velvet.
Matt says bring out the Nightwolf. He's one of his main characters as well. He loved that character from the very start.
Oh yeah.
Matt was always in tech, like, you know, when the buffs came out, like Nightwolf or Raiden, like you could see all funky things coming out with Matt, like didn't know how to deal with it.
Nightwolf was
yeah.
I don't know if you're still playing the game, was actually one of the best Nightwolves I've ever played.
Yeah, and it was a different variation of that mid
he had so
lightning.
many different variations.
He's a tricky guy, Matt. Yeah. Oh, here comes KB.
What?
Shit, that loud scream from Devora with her teeth out. Trying to get another KB. Hey,
What's
Vuyo.
good, Velvet?
Oh, great. Good to have you.
He actually sounded as if he's Shao Kahn by himself, huh?
That is the man Shao Kahn himself. Yeah, it is.
Sounding like a boss.
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 Yes, it is. Velvet the boss. Overkill. Jody, what's up? Jody HP. You trying to get?
Backbreaker.
Is your power off already, Vuyo? We can hear you, but it's a little bit of a break.
Oh, the input error, boys. Oh, missed the flawless block.
Oh, it might take bandwidth while you're watching the stream and on your phone at the same time for the party. Yeah, good. Yeah, I can hear you breaking up a bit, like on the mic.
Oh, my lungs. Steve.
Still a bit
Oh
breaking.
my
Vuyo.
God, he's holding block. Robbery, boys.
Oh, you wanted to send that
That's a cool
bug to the
brutality.
face.
This one relishes your death.
Exactly like she says. Vuyo, I can hear a bit of break up. Not really. Now it's a bit better. But
Yes,
yeah,
now I can hear you
like
better
Ivo
as well.
Masoshi says, put all YouTube off in the prior streams, he says. So yeah, maybe you can just stop the YouTube and then only on the party. We can hear you a bit better there. Yeah. That's much better. Guys, let us know if you
Even
can hear
better.
Vuyo's voice. That's Velvet Overkill. You said it there in
Oh
the
well,
chat there
he's
as well.
not Stonecrusher anymore, he's KISSLAND.
Kissland, who's that girl? Says Mystic Arena.
He's transformed.
Close YouTube and get naked, Vuyo.
The
Get
score
naked.
is
It'll be clear.
7-3 in KISSLAND, in favor of KISSLAND. So.
What is Dwelm's Zombie Classic?
What is Zombie Classic saying?
He's talking Afrikaans.
Hype worms is what the hell?
He's talking Afrikaans. That's Afrikaans now. But I can't remember what Dwelms mean. Clink means think. Justin thinks he is something. Bunny, tell us what Dwelms means. Can you not hear Velvet Overkill? Says Bunny. Bunny
Nice.
Creative Corner. Drugs, yeah, I was thinking the same.
Oh, those is drugs.
Justin looks like he's on drugs. That's what Zombie Classic says. You are not wrong, Zombie Classic.
Always high on myth.
If we had the video on him or the camera, you'll see his face powdered white there in the top part of it. And some powder on the toes too as well. Don't forget he uses all limbs on the controller. That's why he's so fast.
Exactly. 12 fingers. With some toes.
Our boy Tapali says Pain. Is that the Zambian language? I don't even know what the language is called. Sorry.
At the hour boy tapali.
Tapali. What is
That's how you
Tapali?
say it. It means no friend. It's there is nothing. I
Okay.
think so. Direct translation.
There's no drugs, he says. Welcome CWG, Charlie Wolf Gaming as well. He says, how's it?
The Wolf boys.
Wolf is at
Welcome,
the door.
Mr. Wolf. The Wolf is at the door. Oh my God, is in this game.
It's game there. Is that 8 in and 3?
Yeah, yes, 8-3 in favor of KISSLAND.
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 KISSLAND. Charlie Wolf Gaming, he's going to come on the mic just now. KISSLAND, that is. Shall we wait? Shall you wait and see who he is, or shall we tell you now? Charlie Wolf, let us know. Vuyo? Okay, you just say hello 3 times, and then we can get the viewers to let us know if we can hear you. You can say now.
Hello.
Okay, guys, let us know if you can hear that hello was 3 times there. No, we can hear you clearly on
No, we
our
can
side.
hear you clearly.
Steel Viper says he can't hear you as well. I mean, that's KISSLAND there, Charlie Wolf.
Nice punish.
Just above your comment, that's KISSLAND. So Storm can't hear you, Vuyo. Oh, we lost you there? So, the only way to solve that is like on your party settings, you have to say, always allow voice. You know, like before we tried? I think you can do it via the app as well. It is not Charlie Wolf Gaming. Ons kan nie die ander hoor nie. We cannot hear the other guy.
Oh. Oh. I saw he was trying to interrupt the forward too, but that was smart from Gpunk. He used the back.
Candyman. Okay, Charlie Wolf Gaming, that is Storm Crusher's Smurf ID. Storm Crusher, that is KISSLAND-AMT. So he's going to tell us what his name means after this first to 10, when we do have that discussion with Mr. 5000, with VALVEDOVERKILL, and with Storm Crusher. Even Steel Viper is hiding. Steel Viper is Storm Crusher.
Oh, standing 4 into the hit convert, into the full combo.
Good damage.
Oh, ooh, nice.
No KB for that one. Sure, he still got hit with the valve.
Overhead.
I really like Gpunk's like setups and stuff with his funky string. Okay. Trying to save his life there.
I don't think this is gonna kill though.
Not gonna kill. Gpunk just brought your shenanigans.
Sand trap! That was close.
Ooh, that was closer. And that's gonna do it.
He's dead. That's gonna do it. Gpunk on the board.
Gpunk
Puts one on the board.
So that's KISSLAND on 8 and Gpunk on 4. Some good Devourer and some funky stuff coming out. You know, when I play him, yeah, he's got that heavy traps with that. You know, the first variation of that Devourer, you know, where she throws 3 bugs on the ground. And
Yeah.
I'm like very confused on what to do. Can't move. Then he'll put another, what's this funny thing, that format, I don't know what you call this underground thing that comes up, and then, yeah, you get trapped.
Well, only Charlie Wolf can know all that. Because he's definitely one of the best Devourer men that we have.
Like, they got a different type of playstyle, Charlie Wolf and Gpunk. Why did he swap? He won.
You went for the Matako, for the ass.
No, I mean Gpunk. Okay, he said load share is going to be in 5 minutes, so he just swapped for the last game. Anyway, that's
okay.
on Gpunk's side. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
We were just talking about you
because he
earlier
won the
there.
game.
Was it 9? Was it 8 or 9?
It was 9 for now.
9-4. Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we were just talking about Charlie Wolf, talking about the streams and stuff earlier. But I'm sure you can come back soon with the Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to be the last match, and then on to the discussion.
Get some. Ooh, Gpunk with the yellow down to boys.
YOLO down 2 points.
We fight until the end.
Am I playing at Mr. 5000? Street Fighter is happening this weekend. I think that's the offline one there, Charlie Wolf. Yeah, let us know the details. You can post it on here.
No, I think he's talking about the open beta. There will be an open beta for Street Fighter this weekend that is happening. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So definitely, Charlie, you're gonna catch some games with you.
Okay, I can hear you back.
I can get you.
Yeah, ask them now if they can hear me on stream because I did take yes on privacy so that you can hear my voice on broadcast.
But your voice is breaking up heavy a lot, like, you know, while you're speaking. So I only caught part of it.
Breaking up really. Now.
Yeah, it's a little bit breaking. How about yourself, Mr. 5000? Is it still breaking up like a bit on the VUO side?
I think I can get him clearly, just. It's fine on my end.
Guys, can you hear VUO? VUO say hi 3 times or hello 3 times. So that's it, yeah. Meanwhile, in that...
Hello. Testing.
He sounds like Cyrex, yeah, exactly.
So the sets.
He sounds like Cyrex. So that's the set, yeah. That's the first to 10 taken by KISSLAND 10-4 against Gpunk Max. And yeah, thank you very much, Gpunk, for joining in.
That's a good attempt.
Gpunk still want to go.
Why not? But yeah, I mean, okay, I'll play this last game, but then we really got to get on to the discussion.
He's going to cut off right now. At 8 o'clock, will be in about a minute. And then
it is 8.
Yeah. Is it 10-4 there, Storm?
Yeah.
It's 10-4.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just let Gpunk know. Yeah, thanks, Amul there, Gpunk, for jumping and willing to take part.
Right, guys. But yeah,
so
chat, I hope you enjoyed the set.
That was brilliant play.
That was brilliant. That was fire. You know, I saw a lot of down twos, down four slides.
Guessing now you are playing just the tip.
I guess that one's not happening, eh?
That one's never gonna happen. Like you said it. I'm never gonna
too
play
good
you
for
again.
Me. What can I say? He's too talented.
Charlie Will thinks he's high, over medicated. Are you taking sick medication or just what do you call it? Casual.
Just read out. I'm HD. You know. I wrote it down. I was quite proud of it. Who knows exactly what I'm talking about? Let me just pull this up quick.
What we can do is, I think, Stardom, you're gonna maybe have to close your YouTube. It's breaking up a bit there.
Is it?
Yeah. If anything
I can hear perfectly.
I got it a little bit,
Hear you guys
but
perfectly.
All right. All right.
yeah,
Looks
but I'm
all
gonna
good on my
hand
side.
over this to the initiator, that is KISSLAND-AMT, aka Stormcrusher, aka Steel Viper, aka old Xbox player. So I'm gonna hand it over to him, and then he's gonna coordinate from there. And yeah, let's go. The discussion is open. So yeah, take it away there, Stormcrusher.
Right, guys. So, in case you don't know about me, my other ID is Storm Crusher. On this one, it's Kissland AMT. I'm an Xbox player. I've played MK since MK9, going on to X11, played Injustice 1 and 2. I haven't really played very competitively until recently. I've won a total of only three minor tournaments online. And yeah, I mean, I just play the game for fun. I like getting involved. And yeah, so I came to the PS scene a little bit after Checkmate, Checkmate FGC, if you know him. And yeah, I've been loving it so far. It's been all good, and yeah, I'm feeling good. So I'd like to hand over to our MK veteran, Mr. 5000. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your journey. How'd you get here?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. 5000, joking. My name is Justin. My name is Justin. Everybody calls me Mr. 5000 actually. So I'm a highly skilled esports player who's been harnessing his craft since 2013. I mean, I've competed locally and I've made my first international debut in 2018. I went and participated in versus Las Vegas, and I've been playing Mortal Kombat closely to almost all my life. And even before I became a competitive player, I was already known in the community for playing Mortal Kombat 3, which was but at Sega already, and I was really good by then. So the passion actually grew until I became good at Mortal Kombat 9. And then from there, I started meeting different people from the community, like in Singu, The Flavor, Hams, and a lot of people that actually made me love playing Mortal Kombat. So from there, I was signed to Team Matrix, and then from there, just been representing the country. I've been to Kenya, where I won that tournament that was held there. And from there, I went to Las Vegas. I placed number 73rd out of 400 people that participated. And from there, I went to Ireland. Ireland, I placed 25th out of, I think, 360 or 400 people that joined that tournament. And from there, I've been to South Africa as well. I met with the FGC in South Africa. That was like one of the best moments where I got to meet Mark the Shark and most of the people that, where we developed friendship and bonds and stuff like that. And then we just had like this whole time to actually just hang out and play games, even though we went there for a tournament. It actually ended up bonding and stuff like that. So it's been really an amazing journey for me. And yeah, I really love games. I really like playing Mortal Kombat. I play FIFA. I play Street. I'm now playing Street Fighter. At least I want to play Street Fighter competitively as well. But I also play Injustice as well. And then I play a lot of other different adventures. So yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer, dude. I'm a gamer. Yeah. I would
Now
like to pass it on
that's
to Ekerslayer.
Okay, before CWG, VALVEDOVERKILL, yeah. Yeah, my intro is like I've only started playing online and meeting the wonderful people here on the scene when MK11 came out. So I've been a fan of MK since day one, since MK1. That was running to the game shops, the arcade shops with no sandals on. And yeah, before that was Street Fighter 2. That was the first fighting game. And yeah, for all those years from MK1 right up to 10, I've been just playing, offline because I didn't have internet at that time. So yeah, it's like uh, the best thing about it is the community and the people, getting to know the cultures, the languages, and all the diversified people across the world, but more actually in Africa, where I've made many friends. And yeah, without that gaming part of my life, I don't think I've met people like, especially from Africa, and know about them and their cultures, etc. So yeah, I'm grateful for that. Mostly it's for me the fun and the gaming and yeah, the friendship. That's what I
Yeah.
like. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to MK12. Like I said, it's the most anticipated game that I'm waiting for. Because, like I said, MK11 was my first online. And I had to learn 6 months for a collector combo. You guys know me, I love collector. And it was all because of Destroyer that started that off. I've been a fan of Destroyer. And since he played collector, that is the only reason I play collector, to learn from him. And then he stopped playing the MK11
Mm-hmm.
as well. Yeah, that's basically about me. I've entered many competitions and I've lost all. Um, I'm just here. I'm just here for the fun of it. But make or be sure when Mortal Kombat 12 is coming out, I'm gonna play more than one character. Best bet that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
with that said, I'm gonna pass it over to CWG, the Velvet, the boss, Overkill. Shots.
What's up, guys? What's up? Savoya here, better known as Valved. So my journey started when I was a kid. Um, Mortal Kombat was my favorite game. I wasn't allowed to play it when I was younger, but I would always play it because of the violence. I've been playing it since MK. I think MK3. I had MK Trilogy on PS1. So that's when my love for MK started. And ever since then, I've played almost every MK game that came out. Shaolin Monks, Deception, Dead Alliance, but I never competed, online or competitively. It was always offline. So I would always win against my friends and family offline. So then in MK11, my brother actually challenged me. My brother would always say, back in MK9, MKX, is like, I'm sure online dudes would kick your ass. And I was like, nah, I could beat them. So in MK11, that's when I decided to actually, you know, play online for the very first time, to actually see if I could actually beat people online. And that's that's how it started. I remember when I first came online, or really exclusively Shao Kahn. Uh, that's when the rumors started of there's a Shao Kahn player, a Shao Kahn Shark in Combat League. And then I was invited to the group, the Fight Club group by Mohammed. I forgot his name. But yeah, ever since then, I just took off. I made it a point that to play everyone in the group, and I played majority of people in the group. The names that stood out to me, Mr. 5000, Mark, when I played them, they made me feel like I don't know the game. So that is what inspired me to get better. Um, I surprised myself because I just kept improving and improving and improving. There were times when, I remember I would always ask for friendlies for people and I would get destroyed. The one particular one that comes to mind, I played Frosh but long ago, and he destroyed me like 10-0. And I told myself, there's no way this can happen. 10-0, even 1 point, nothing. Ah. And I labbed, and it brought to where I was today. Um, I was then signed to Charlie Wolf Gaming. He saw my potential, saw that I could, you know, reach greater heights. And with his help, I definitely have improved um, to the point where basically I'm one of the top MK players in Southern and East Africa. So yeah, I'm really hoping for MK12 to come out sooner than later. I also want to be. I'm sorry if I'm taking up so much time. Once I start
Fine.
talking, I just blab and blab and
It's fine.
blab. But yeah, I'll try and cut this short. Yeah. Hopefully with MK12 coming out. By the way, with MK12, people are saying the grain of sand is something else. The grain of sand is Gears, guys. I don't know what you guys think. It's just Gears. But anyways, that's Gears. But anyways, yeah. I also play some Tekken, but I never took Tekken as seriously as MK. But with the new Tekken coming out, I'll definitely play that seriously as well. I've also dabbed in some Street Fighter. I used to play Street Fighter 4, but I wasn't too much of a fan of it. But with Street Fighter 6, I really like how it's looking. So I'm definitely going to come back to Street Fighter. And I'm going to cut it there because I'm just going to continue blabbing. That's my story.
That's great, Vuyo. Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, our panel has some very talented individuals here. Unfortunately, Panda Bear couldn't join us. I'm sure he would have loved to introduce himself to the community. I'm sure it would have been better with him here, but unfortunately, load shedding is a massive issue. And yeah, so moving on. Mr. 5000, this question is specifically aimed at you, seeing as you've played internationally before, you've played at offline tournaments. Can you give us a little bit of an understanding of what it feels like to actually be there in person? You know, because we kind of do our tournaments online. We have very few offline events. We don't really know. I think I speak for most of the community when I say I don't really know what it feels like to be a part of that kind of vibe. So.
Okay. For starters, I would say is the journey is actually life changing because you get to travel and then you get to the stage where the whole esports community full of people that you've always looked up to are there. So it is nerve-wracking. At the same time, it is super exciting. And in my honest opinion, I really usually enjoy myself because I get to meet different people that I've actually I actually looked up to. Especially the first time I actually traveled to Las Vegas. I mean, I met Honeybee. They were just walking past me, and then I came up running towards them like a little girl. Like, hey, I'm your biggest fan, you know. Yeah, trying to meeting the Flash God Lord, you know. By then I was playing Injustice a lot, so I used to play Flash myself, so I was the biggest Flash fan back in the day as well. So meeting Honeybee was like, hey guys, I am one of your best fans, and I've always looked up to you and stuff like that. And then seeing how cool they are and how they just embraced me. I mean, I spoke to Biohazard. Biohazard just like, hey, you know, you can tag along with us. And then I started, having a conversation with them. They were really cool people. They gave me a little bit of advice, and then they asked me where I come from. They said Zambia. They never heard of where Zambia was, but I never took that personal. Yeah, so you know, they asked me how my flight was. I told them I spent about like 64 hours to get there. So yeah, so they were just really cool people. And from there, I actually made some friends. We actually practically hang out, and then I actually invited. I don't know if you guys still remember Young Monster and Rivet Liffen.
Yep.
I actually paid the Team Gematrix had like a room which they paid for me and stuff like that. So the guys like needed a place to like crash and then just practice before the actual tournament came. They came to my room. We played some MKX, bros. It was fun. It was fun. Even though we were for an Injustice game, we went for an Injustice tournament, so we just conversated. We played some MKX, and then from there, I went to the stage, but it's quite different. It's quite a different experience, especially when you're getting on the biggest stage of all times. So by then I was I was doing it for the first time. I was a little bit fatigued because of the same 64 hours time flight, because I actually reached on the actual day of the tournament. So I never even had like the actual chance to actually rest. So in terms of preparation, the advice I would give to people who are planning to travel is always just ensure that you are there maybe 2 days or a day before the tournament, so that you have enough rest to actually ensure that you play the game to the best of your capability. But anyways, I was there. I played my first pools. In my pools, I was actually doing better until there was a request for from the fans. I think from the people from the community were requesting that we want to see Mr. 5000 on the screen. I think Mr. Alcomon heard of that, and they wanted to see me play on the screen. So that's when they put pressure on me, because they wanted me to play on the bigger screen where I had to face illusions. So that was me being nervous as fuck. The time I was playing it, because it was my first time. I was trying to play my level best, but the nails actually really got the best out of me. So that was my first experience. So after I lost, I went into pools. I beat a few guys, but I was taken off by there's this guy who was really good. Like it was 2-2, then he actually ended up winning that set after I ripped out a rough super, and then he blocked, then he beat me. So from there, I just started hanging out and then actually just enjoying my time. So it was actually a good experience for me. I really enjoyed it. I watched the offline set. I watched the finals for the Injustice 2 take place while I was there. And then from there, I got invited for an offline War of the Gods, where I had to meet Rewind, Revolution, everybody. Like everyone was there. Tweety, Rewind, Young Monster, there was Happy Pal. I mean, all the biggest name I could ever think of, Semij, like everybody was just in that one room. I think I even sent some pictures to the group after I had the opportunity to actually play there. And I even played Tweety, which I almost even beat him, because if that was like an actual match, I would like, hey, Tweety, I beat you. So yeah. It was fun. Then from there, at least I got some advice from the top players. They gave me enough advice on how to improve in terms of gameplay wise and stuff like that. And I took some videos because I really wanted to post that on my YouTube, but unfortunately, I don't know what happened to my phone. My phone didn't save any of the clips that I actually took. And it was showing that it was saving, but it actually never saved. It only saved maybe like a few where I was video logging, but I was kind of shy by then, so it didn't come out properly. So from there, just being on an international stage on when the time I went to Ireland, I at least went with a different type of perspective, because I knew how good I was in MK11. And at least I gave them a fight, and I came out number 25th. So from there, my perspective of I can actually beat these guys. Their skill levels and stuff like that were just maybe like just a few feet apart in terms of how different we grind and stuff like that. So with that perspective, I actually went in to actually win that game, even though I came out number 25th. But at least it was different perspective than the one I went to the time I was traveling to United States and stuff like that. So it is, the advice I'll give is always, you are never ready for an international stage until you're actually there. The first time I was there, it was nerve-wracking for me. The second time I was there, I was like, no, this shit is actually for me, and I can actually do it, and I can actually do that. So the first time, you're never prepared for the first time. It always hits you different, but if you are prepared, always just go prepare. Have a bottle of water next to you, and maybe before you go into a match, if you actually lost, don't rush back into it. At least text someone you know that you rely their advice on, so that they can advise you on what you can do before you actually go into, because those matches are actually really important, and you can't allow your emotions to actually cloud your judgment at that point. So Always just take some bottle of water, reflect on reflect on your decision making, and then go back into the match again, and then do your best. So definitely, that's just the advice I can have for people that haven't been to an international stage, and the way we think that we are actually the best, but we need the platform at least that can actually at least help us feel how these guys play. At least that way it will be more accurate in terms of how we prepare for an international stage and stuff like that. Because here we just play each other, but if you actually penetrate to another different scene and you see how the other different people play, you actually be like, hey, I need to like kind of adjust. But at least if we had like a platform where we are consistently playing these guys, I'm sure the whole of Africa will be at the same level of as these other people that we look up to are. So that's just my advice. Sorry I took too much of your time.
No problem at all. And I mean, you, Killjoy, Hamza Solo, Rizan Frank, all these people playing in international tournaments against overseas players, you really show the highest potential of the African scene. So this question to all of the panel members, what do you think the potential of the African scene is? How far do you think we can go? Do you think we can get more people into offline tournaments, more people into majors? How are we feeling about it?
I'll be the last to talk, so I'll pass it on to Velvet.
I definitely think that the Africa scene is really, really good. But as Justin says, since we only play each other, we won't really know until we actually play overseas or in international tournaments. So the servers are failing us, forcing us to only play together. But I definitely think there are people in Africa who could handle a lot of the overseas players. At first, you just need to play them for a while to see how they play the game, because they play the game slightly differently than us. But after getting to play them for a little while, we would definitely be able to adapt to them and possibly even beat a lot of them. They're just very few players I personally think who could beat me in the game if I have time to practice. There's just a few. Okay, this guy, yeah, even with lap time, I'd still get my ass beat. But 1, 2, 3, I could definitely handle.
That's great. That's
Answered your
great.
question, Mr. Okay.
No, that was good. That was good. Um, I really like that perspective. Yeah, I for one really think that the African scene does have that kind of potential, like you said. It's just the servers that are limiting us. And AK Slay, organizing all of our tournaments has had
Yeah.
many run-ins with server issues. So, AK, what's your perspective on all of this? What do you think we should do?
Yeah, similarly what Velvet Overkill said as well. There are definitely prolific players in Africa, but not shown unto the world. Like we said, the server issues, that's what we need here. And to, like, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So, like Velvet said as well, they have their play style, which is sometimes different to us. And as we get used to their play style, we play like them, like, not much pokes and stuff, just taking your turn. And it's known that you're not going to poke and stuff. And, each player is going to take their turn properly. So sometimes we call it scrubby here as pokes, but there's sometimes that you have to poke because it's like a safe, or that's the only thing that you can do to take your turn back. So yeah, like I said, like when in Rome, do as the Romans do. It's definitely like you see it already. Mr. 5000's already gone overseas for the pro tournaments as well. So yeah, that's definitely Africa players are right up there, but obviously not given the chance because of that server issue. So I wish everything was uniform like that. So everyone will be, and people grind harder and stuff, and there's more, like obviously in USA there's a lot of players there, there's quick games as well, everyone levels up like together. uh, yeah, the base might be not as much as other countries where people are playing as much in other countries. Like gaming is obviously bigger and sponsored more in different countries like UK and America, etc., the first world countries. Here is not as big. Like we don't see much offlines happening here. Right here in South Africa, like it's quite a good uh, country in compared to. I'm not dissing any other countries, but compared to the others, but we don't have much offlines here. Like I see in Zambia, there's offlines. There's Kenya. There's where else? Even I can't remember the country, but yeah, that's like a big, and even Zambia and stuff. You have this arcade style games where people meet up for online and stuff. South Africa is a bit different here. Like people are more inside or
Yeah.
like to themselves. I can say. I don't know if that's because of the crime and or maybe the enjoyment or fortunate to have PlayStations at their home and just play like that. But the main answer to that question is 100% Africa guys are up there with the big boys. Just that obviously not given a chance. Yeah, that's my take on it. Thanks.
Thank you. And just to close off the question with Mr. 5000.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question again?
So you, Killjoy, all of these brilliant players who we've seen play against international players online, offline, in all these settings, you guys kind of act as the pedestal of the African scene's potential. You know, you're the prime example of what we could be. So, by that regard, what do you think of the scene as a whole? Do you think we have the potential to be a big threat like NA, like EU, like the Russian scene?
Definitely Africa has the potential to actually be a threat and be considered as one of the people that actually grind this game hardcore as well. It's just that because of the servers, we are unable to actually, compete in various tournaments that have been hosted. Otherwise, most of our top players in Africa and most of people that actually even just play for fun actually play at the level where you actually feel like they also play competitive in my view as well. So I really, from my own perspective, and from seeing how the people have just been grinding ever since MK, especially when MK11 actually came out, um, I really think Africa has tremendous potential in terms of being there and competing at the same stage with these uh, people that actually play from in different regions and stuff like that. So definitely, I would say everyone or most of the people or most of our top players in Africa would actually even stand a very good chance in terms of taking most of these tournaments that most these EU people play, so long as we had the platform to actually play these people more often. And we pray that in the next game, maybe servers will be open. Maybe it will have better netcode so that we at least are exposed, because that's the only thing that we're lacking. It's exposure. Most of our players needs more exposure, and the thing is, we can't get exposure if we can't connect with most of these people out there. So that's the only challenge that we have, but the potential is there, and we actually do have people that have got good potential to actually represent Africa very well. Yeah.
Thanks. I
Right,
just want
thank
to
you.
come in there, Stormcrusher, and add a bit more to, like, we spoke about the server things as well. So the universal thing on the Combat League that they have, uh, which is like mostly pertaining to the country like Africa, where we verse mostly Africans in Africa. But it does show would compared to stats. Like I've seen many a time Killjoy, Mr. 5000, VALVEDOVERKILL being quite high on the god level or elder god level there. And yeah, with proof of that, recently you yesterday have yourself become ninth in the world. In the world, this is Combat League, and it's ninth in the world. That you have had the stats of like about 199 to what was it 199 to 18 or something like that. So
Yeah.
that's already showing that South Africa is prolific players by just that on the Combat League. Yeah, ninth in the world. Can you imagine that? In the world, not in
That's a good
France,
achievement.
in the world. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I want to add. But I just want to also add, or just take, maybe if you want to take a question quickly from the views that posted too, before you go on to your next question. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure. I was gonna address all the gameplay issues just in a
After
minute,
that.
but yeah, yeah,
Yeah, maybe you can go ahead with your things, and then if we didn't cover that, then I can just ask those questions, yeah, from the viewers there. Yeah, viewers, feel
yeah,
free
sure,
to ask any questions or comments or whatever, critics as well, on the discussion. Shut. Thank you, Storm.
sure. And just before we move on to the gameplay aspects of all of this, I just want to just talk about the scene quickly because, I mean, I look at EU streams, I look at NA streams, tournaments and all of that. There's hundreds, there's thousands even of viewers just watching the tournaments. South Africa, we're very mellowed down. We have fewer people watching, we have fewer community engagement. So what steps should FGC Africa take to kind of popularize the scene, you know, make it something that, you know, casual gamers would want to watch? So how would we go about this? More offline tournaments, more sponsorships? How would you go about that? We can start with Mr. 5000, I guess.
Okay. Um, how we would go about encouraging people to actually support gaming. Um, First of all, is by ensure that they are also involved, by ensuring that, especially when a new game is coming out, we can quickly maybe. Am I still connected?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can hear
You're
you.
good.
I got a pop-up that something has had an error
I
on
think
my
for
piece.
you, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So um, I would actually think from what I think I would suggest is we actively send out polls in terms of what everybody is expecting into a new game, and just use the content creators and stuff like that to create people that are good at the game, that are really good at the game, to create more introductory tutorials, or maybe more like a boot camp for people that, you know, just are button mashers. You know, they pop up in the group, they just know how to button mash, they want to have fun, they want to invite online, because they don't want to, because they already know there are people that are good. They don't want to invite people that are good to play there, first of all. So I would suggest maybe we start like maybe more like a boot camp, where once the game drops, we're like, hey, these are tutorials. You send them to the group. You invite these people that are new to the game, like, hey, bro, watch my videos. This is what, if you need advice in terms of how you can level up in this game. Do you want to be a pro player? Do you want this? Is this for you? Do you, just reaching out to them and telling them you are part of the community as well, and we want to help you at least achieve something that you like to achieve for the game that you love to play. So I think that way we'll be able to capture a lot more of people that will be engaging with the game, and would like to grind the game and don't feel like they're being left out. Because I've had numerous chances where, somebody just hit me up, hey, Mr. 5000, I really want to, get good at this game. And sometimes they don't even know but I actually find the time to actually teach them what I know, like from step by step, in terms of, how to do bicycle kicks, how to do intro poke, how to take back your turn and stuff like that. It's something that I do from people that actually hit me up, in terms of if they want to um, get to know how to play the game even more. It's something that I give back to the community. So I think from my end, I think that can be an effective tool in terms of engaging in a level of engagement, in terms of people who would like to be good at the game. And the other thing is If there are more offline tournaments, it doesn't have to be like worldwide, maybe just in your in your own countries and stuff like that. If you can just ask, hey, who's nearby the city and stuff like that, how many people are nearby in the city, maybe you find maybe a day where you can just host like maybe just a hangout, more like gamings and hangouts, and just a few brews and maybe just people are chilling and stuff like that. But the whole purpose is to get the community to be there together and play the game and have fun. We usually do this sometimes in Zambia, where we just like somebody just randomly pops up, hey, I'm gonna put a prize pool, but let's just invite everybody, whether you play or not, just pop up and then let's just hang out. And at the end of the day, we all have fun, we get to interact, and I think that can also encourage people to feel like they're part of the community. And it's what I also did with the other tournament that I actually hosted as well. We are just planning like to get that the whole purpose of us hosting a tournament where Killjoy and Mr. 5000 wasn't there was actually to bring the whole community, where we hyped the community. Like we want to see who's the best if Mr. 5000 or Killjoy are not in that bracket. Like who can take on, who's got what it takes to be, the new Bloods champion, that hyped up a lot of people, and a lot of people actually pulled up, and that's where you actually saw that people actually love the game, and they are just eagerly waiting to actually just show up and showcase their skills and have fun at the end of the day. So I think those are just a few advice I would say.
No, that was great. Thank you. And going back to the point you made on making tutorials and stuff, Andy Otam, back when his channel was up, he found lots of success with that. I remember he made Codal tutorials on Variation 3 Bullock, the one with the totems, and I remember those got thousands of views. It was one of the reasons his channel grew so much. People really enjoyed watching him play the character and stuff. So I 100% agree with what you're saying. And yeah, I don't want to linger too much around this because I'm pretty sure everyone wants to move on to MK12, the discussion there, what we want to see and all that. So let's just skip ahead right into it. And yeah, so firstly, let's start with Buyo here.
Why didn't we have takes on that question as well? I would like to comment on that last question that you question about.
On the popularizing.
That as well.
I feel like we're prolonging.
No, we've got enough time. We've got Jivan there talking about sponsorship. So let me go for it. Yeah, okay. First, to answer that question, Jivan, if you click that join button on my screen there, for as little as 10 Rand, you can too sponsor. So it's a small fee, but yeah, click that join button there. And also, to be more serious, I just do this for fun. I like to host or stream and host Mortal Kombat tournaments to get, like I said before, get friends, get friendships going, and grow the game. I do it for myself, not for anyone else. Like what I'm saying is like I don't want to do something that I don't like. So first of all, it's about having fun first and then playing the game. Like on stream and stuff, you wouldn't see much on my stream. I have to say it's, but like 20 max, like on the viewer side of things. We have over 160 people in the Fight Club who 95% of them play Mortal Kombat. So I think we need to support each other here, first of all, in the community as well. Just come in and just say hi and hit a like and just go. Like, try to grow ourselves first. Charity begins at home, and let's get that started. Also, people are nervous as well to play on stream. I've been trying to host like many tournaments, etc., or 1v1s. Just get a stream going on. People are nervous. Like, don't worry about other people and what they think of you, and if they say this guy is smashing or whatever. Just play your game and just do it.
smash,
Just
man.
do it
Just
for yourself.
smash.
Yeah, just
At the end of the
smash. You
day,
saw
it's
Mr.
just a game,
5000
you
hitting
know.
4 down
Bro,
ones. Just do it. Do not worry.
just do it. Do not
Do
worry.
not worry about other people. Just play.
Yeah.
That is how you're going to grow the community. Like, for instance, just after a long time, we've had a stream, and then we just asked Gpunk, hey, you want to play? He's all for it. Like, he's fearless. Just be fearless. Be fearless as your character. Don't have ego. Don't feel hurt by other people. You are who you are, and then nobody can tell you who you are. So yeah, in same as in life, and in same as in games. Just take the opportunity and grow it. The more people, the more power there is in numbers. Like, people can see from the outside, hey, maybe African streams are going big here. We got like 300 viewers checking, so something is happening here. Let's give them a server. We spoke about this topic long before. I think this year it was as well. Uh, and yeah, I'm also grateful to the guys that paved the way, like Charlie Wolf, FGC Gaming, the Shalzable, Parasurama, Charlie Wolf Gaming, and they have taught me what I need to know on the streams and hosting tournaments, and I just enjoy it. So yeah, we've had some big things like Khan of Africa, Titan of Africa, Metal State, I think CGL it was, and the Charlie Wolf
Yeah.
Gamings, the Varsity Vibes, the FGC Africas, and yeah, that was hype too as well. But we also look at like sponsorship as well. It is very difficult to get that. Like, one of the questions was from Jeevan, or the comments as well. It is very difficult to get from sponsorships. It'll be like one or two guys who want to actually uh, give, like, uh, and also across the borders it's very difficult to hand over money, but we can advise as well, like I did for PlayStation vouchers. You just buy it and then you send the code in. To be honest, like, I've given a lot of my money just for the love of the game and for people to play it. For people to play it, like, sometimes you have to give an incentive. And I do appreciate the guys who have joined the channel and always, offering their blessings as well. So that helps me also to give out there. I know there's one or two people as well, they were very generous with the amounts with the tournaments, and they still wanted to remain anonymous, and that's how humble those guys are. And that was for growing the community, because, like, without that, sometimes if you just have a normal tournament, like, not many people are interested. It's sometimes hard to get eight, and Charlie Wolf can attest to me as well. Sometimes we just post in a group, sign up here, and then you'll get 6 or something plays, and then we'll cancel that because uh, it's too less. Like, it's a waste of time. So the main factor is, yeah, do not be scared. Just play. Who cares? Just play and get the community growing and get the world looking. It only starts by you. You can do it. Shot for that.
Yeah, thank you. Buyo, do you have anything to add?
I'll just try and keep it short. I'd just like to add on AK's side that definitely people are afraid to play on stream. There's so many people who've played and I'm like, why don't you play on AK stream? Why don't you play on Power stream? And they all give the same answer. They're like, I'm gonna get mocked. I'm like, dude, that doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is so people can see. I remember the very first time I played on stream, just don't know who streamed it was. I played, I don't know if this person is still around. There was someone called Black Kratos, something like that.
Yeah, I
He played
remember.
Jackie. Yeah, back then I didn't have hit confirms. I remember I was playing Luke and I did 1, 2, 3, 5, 1 block. Didn't have hit confirms. So I didn't care. I was like, I just want people to see me. I didn't care that I was destroyed. And it also built my confidence up. I remember how now the time was done. Play on street, he beat me 7-0 because I couldn't beat him. But because I was so nervous. But once I started playing, the nerves started to get less and less and less to the point I felt comfortable playing online. The first couple times I got absolutely destroyed, but I didn't care. I just wanted to feel how it is to play, online and not even online, on stream. So as I did that continually, it then started to build my confidence up to the point where now I can play on stream. And the nerves will always be there. They'll always be there. I'll never be completely like not nervous, but there's a point where the nerves aren't so bad that it messes with your gameplay. So please, guys, always try to just play on stream. There are so many good players we have there in Fight Club, so many, but we always see the same guys on stream, you know. So, guys, please come on. We can definitely push.
Some words of encouragement from VALVEDOVERKILL. You heard that, community. We want more participation. So, come on, guys. And now, what I think most of the chat's been waiting for, our discussion on MK12. So, to start off the discussion, what meta are we looking for in the game? What are we looking for? Neutral strike throw, or are we looking for 50-50s? What kind of game do we want to see? And I think, AK, why don't you start us off here?
Yeah, I should be the last one talking about gaming. But yeah, like we were discussing earlier as well with Mr. 5000, you know, all the games from MK, like I can remember MK9 and 10 and 11. So everything is like changes. Like in one game, there's like, obviously for MKX, there's Breaker, and then for instance, MK11, there's Breakaway. So
Yeah.
NetherRealm is changing things, like it's not the same things over and over again. I'm not sure if they're trying to make things better or they're just trying new things, but that's also what we need. We can't have the same old things. We have to have new things that's coming through. So it becomes like a brand new game where people have to learn all over again. So that's what I like, and I want to see something new. Like for me, MKX was crazy. It's like I said, only when MK11 came, I started playing online, and that's when I tried to learn combos, and it took me a long time. So I can't even imagine how MKX people used to press those buttons so fast with run button and cancels, etc. But yeah, like I said, for me, I'm very biased. I don't care what it is. I just want MK12 because that's the most anticipated maybe thing or game that I want to see. Yeah, for me, it's just short and sweet like that. I'm not fussy. I know the graphics going to be good. I know the story is going to be good. I know the sound is going to be good, like MK11 is. So I just adore all those things there. And then meeting the friends and playing online and talking to the guys. That's what keeps me hype and motivated to play the game mostly. Other things, mechanics and stuff, I don't really worry about. Because, like, you know, many people have strayed away from MK11. I still play it for the love of the game. Yeah, shut.
So I would just like to, yeah, I definitely agree with what AK is saying. With Mortal Kombat games, each game is something different. That's actually why I like Mortal Kombat so much, because each game is something different. They don't really do the legacy type of game thing where MK7, if there was one or something, is still the same as MK11, just introducing a bit more combos, but the core characters are still the same. So I like the fact that each game is something new. With MKX, yeah, that game was crazy. Everyone was broken, the 50-50s and all that. Then with MK11, they slowed down. They made it that basically you need meter to do any real damage in combos. In MK11, there's no real meters combos. So that was quite a big part. But for me personally, if you're asking what I want to see in MK12, I would like to see basically a mixture of MKX and MK11. There are some aspects of MK11 I prefer over MKX, and obviously there are some aspects of X I prefer over 11. One thing which I didn't really like about MK11 was the combo potential. It's heavily reduced. In MK11, anyone meter, I doubt you'll ever get anywhere near 25%. But in MKX, it didn't really matter. I remember when I used to play Aaron Black, there was around 35% combat meterless. No, I really miss things like that. But at the same time, I like what they did. This will probably be very controversial, but I like what they did with the fatal blow system. Because a lot of people complain, now you get fatal blow just from losing, it's a reward for losing. But I remember the reason why they said they did this is because for like at top level, in MKX, for example, you never see the X-ray because it's actually, there's no point doing it, wasting meter if you use X-ray, because for X-ray you'll get 30, 45%, but if you're really good, you can get 30, 35 to 40% on one bar. So I really do like the federal systems that they implemented. I also do like the KBs as well. That also needs to come 12. False blocks definitely need to come back. They need to bring back breaker. Definitely the breakaway system. Ish, that one. It's already hectic there. I like the fact that they tried something new, but again, being punished for letting a combo. Nah, it's the breakaway system in MK11 is quite unfair. I'm sure you've all heard millions of times that is biased to some characters. Characters like Jackie, who have unbreakable 40-pin combos, is unfair to someone like Shokan, who needs to launch you to get in real damage. So yeah, I don't feel like that needs to return. The main thing that needs to return from X is definitely the combo potential. Not so much saying the insane 50-50s on everything, but just the combo potential. That to me is just the most important things. The rest, I don't mind. Look forward to seeing what they can come up with. That's why I enjoy Mortal Kombat so much. Each game is a new game. So those are just the things I would just add in MK12. And the rest, we can add anything. They can add anything they want. That is basically it on my side.
Right, thank you. And Mr. 5000, Justin, do you have anything to add on that? I'm sure you've already thought about this in your own time. What you'd like to see in MK12? What kind of meta what meta change you'd like to see?
Okay, the meta change I would definitely like to see is the combo potential, because yes, I've played a lot of MKX, and that's why I actually fell in love with that game, was because of the the creativity was limitless in that game. It had a lot of things that you would had to do, that you had to learn, and it was actually definitely more execution heavy than most characters in MK11. So the combo potential, the combo potential is one thing that I would actually really like to see, and then I would really like to see also the mechanics of maybe roll out, and because of you need to maybe escape the pressure, they roll out, but they definitely need to change the breakaway system because it's actually unfair. At least if they actually brought the breakaway system, maybe that is maybe used in MK9 or MKX, that one will be more better. In terms of meter rebuilding, I would actually like them to maintain the same one, the fatal blow one, where at least you get one fatal blow in each round, because in MKX it was unfair for characters like Kung Lao, where they would do a chain fist and actually build meter, like put you in pressure. They put you in pressure, build meter, and then that meter becomes into a versus an X-ray, and you can actually do that for a number of two first match. The second match, if your opponent wins, you can still do it in the third match. So you finish that X-ray, you do another one, you build meter, that was just totally ridiculous. So at least that one was actually pretty balanced out in MK11. So I definitely would like to see that mechanic also come back. And maybe, since I've always been a fan of MKX either ways, I would maybe like to see a little bit of maybe, I don't think it's gonna be unfair, but it's gonna be fair. I don't really care. Maybe if they brought back the run.
The run.
Yeah, I would.
Or fluid movements.
Yes, but but with a lot of with the heavy neutral that MK11 also has, a combination of the neutral and at least a little bit of run would make the game more fun for me, and that would definitely maybe enjoy it more, hopefully. But either ways, I don't really care what they bring. All I just know is it's MK. It's another franchise that I'm also known for. So whatever they bring, I'm gonna grind the shit out of it and hopefully play it more competitively than than the way grind it more competitively as usual.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Whilst you're still in the breath there, still have breath there, Mr. 5000. Sorry, I just want to ask quickly. Why these two guys pose the question, Mr. Jibs and Matt 5 Bio. I don't know if you answered it already, but should flawless blocks still return in the next game, Mr. 5000?
Definitely.
Definitely. Flawless blocks needs to return.
I'm sure because there's
Yeah.
some kind of skill or frame that you have to be perfect at as well. So another thing to learn and stuff. So yeah.
I think it's the versatility of flawless blocks that really makes it such a unique and useful feature in MK11. It's the fact that you can use it defensively to escape pressure, to escape over the top plus frames, and you can also use it to anti-air when it's obviously very difficult to do so in the game. And you can use it to punish a lot of things. So I think flawless blocks, in terms of its versatility, in terms of how it mixes up the game, is very good. I think the fact that you can spend an offensive and defensive bar to temporarily launch an opponent for making a read on a pressure or a defensive option. I think that's a very good thing to add, and it really adds a very unique mind game, which we really haven't seen before. The closest thing we got to that was the armor mind break, the armor mind game, if they would use an armor move or not. So I think this adds a very unique layer to the game, which really hasn't been seen before.
Do you not think like also the downside of it is like you stealing your turn even though it's their turn? But obviously with the meter that's there, you're going to waste that meter. So rightfully, using the flawless block to steal your turn as per se is
Oh,
fair. But obviously, I don't think that the regenerative meter thing should be. I don't like that part of it. In connection with flawless
Yeah,
blocks, you have to do
I
that
agree with you. I
hitting
agree
and
with you.
whatever to build it up like so more when
But
to
I
use it
can,
and keep it.
to add to that point, AK, I can see why they added in the auto regen meter. It's because, like Mr. 5000 was saying, a character like Kung Lao in MKX could use his regular pressure to build up tons and tons of meter, whereas other characters would struggle to keep up with it. So in MK11, with everyone having a base speed of recovery of meter after amplifying an attack, it makes it easier for characters to gain offensive options if they've been on the defensive end the entire game. So what I'm trying to say is if Jackie Briggs has been pressuring a Scorpion player in the corner for so long, and meter's 100% built off block attacks and all of that, then Scorpion really doesn't have any offensive options when he gets his turn back. So I think that's the reason why they do it. I don't 100% agree with it, but I think that's something they'll have to look at to balance out.
yeah. And one thing maybe I would also like to return, if it was something that I would like to see is, I don't know, maybe having a parry that costs meter, or that costs something, at least something that you can rely on if maybe if you don't have maybe a wake up option, where at least if somebody is giving you pressure, you can just wake up parry, and then once they're done with the pressure, then you actually, do a counter where you can actually beat them. But it has to cost something. That would be a cool mechanic to see.
All right
Yeah.
then. Buyo, do you have anything to add?
No, I think I get my 2 cents there. I don't really see.
Sorry,
But they
boy.
definitely need to fix their anti-airs in this game for some
Yeah, no,
characters.
definitely. Nah. Why does
Jesus.
this jump one? Why is it so hard
Yo,
to enter? I don't
I know,
understand.
right? I
You
also
can't
don't
enter at 0.
understand.
You
You
can't.
can't.
Why?
You just
Why?
have to either flawless block, but you can't anti-air that.
I don't get why. I don't get why.
Mm.
We need to
And
fix that, definitely.
yeah, is there any questions in the chat of any gameplay mechanics you'd like the best players in the scene to address?
Let's go, guys. Feel free. Anything.
I can see Ivo isn't a big fan of the flawless blocks on hit idea. Not a very big fan of that mind game. The fact that your offensive turn can be overturned.
Like I was saying, yeah. But then on the other
Some
side,
people
like you
do
lose your meter.
just like that. Yeah.
But it's also important to consider the game wasn't always like this. If we look maybe 2 years ago, flawless blocks, the frames required to flawless block were a lot shorter, so it was a lot more difficult to do.
Yeah.
Kind of
A lot more
balancing it out.
difficult.
Now it's a lot easier to do, you know. So what would you rather have? How it was back then, where you had to be on point to get it, or right now where there's a little bit of leeway?
Go for it, Vio.
With Mortal Kombat, looking how they like to, make the game as easy as possible for players, they will always obviously lean to making things easier. But flawless blocking on hit, I definitely do understand Neville's frustration there. I hate that so much, especially when playing against like a ball. They would do the forward 2-2-4. I'm like, okay, it's my turn. I try to down one something and they flawless block and up to that is very irritating. It makes me feel like I can't do anything against the wall.
Yeah.
But at the same time, at the beginning of the game, for example, I used to really struggle with flawless blocks. I only really started flawless blocking very recently. So I'm sort of 50-50 on it. I don't have a clear answer on it. Yes, I feel like it's good to have made it more difficult to show that only skilled players can acquire it. But at the same time, it shouldn't be too difficult so that to push new players away. Because at the end of the day, that is the ultimate aim of a gaming company, to invite as many new players as possible. So I'm quite 50-50 on it. I understand why anyone does it, but at the same time, it shouldn't be too easy.
Good to hear. I see Mr. Gibbs says that every character should have an anti-zoning tool. I somewhat, maybe it's my bias as a zoning archetype, I would disagree with this. I think zoning as a strategy should exist in its own way. If every character had an anti-zoning tool, no reason to play a zoning character. So, to answer that question, Mr. Gibbs, I don't think so. I think what you're going at is more of how projectiles really control the neutral in this game, unlike an MKX. In MKX, projectiles you'd have a zoning character, or you'd have a character use their projectiles for maybe plus frames or something. In this game, a character, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, they use their force balls, their projectiles to control the neutral, control the space, more than just throwing it out to zones. So I think what you're going more towards is having less of projectile controlled neutral and more attacks, more baiting out whiffs and punishing those. I think you're going more along that route.
I also just like to add on what Stone Crush is saying there. Yeah, definitely. If every character has some sort of anti-zoning tool, then there will definitely be no point in playing a zoning character. Zoning is a viable strategy in fighting game. So if every character can counter it, then you're taking away that option of zoning, and there'll be no point in zoning character. But at the same time, zoning should not be ever made overpowered. I don't know if you also in the early days of Injustice 2, Deadshot was insane. The Deadshot literally made me stop playing the game at some point. I was like, what's the point? Because I'm just going to get Deadshot zoned. And I thought they learned their lesson. Then they included Starfire with the zoning of this as well. It's insane. Like, Justice 2 went too crazy in zoning. They made zoning too powerful. If zoning is too powerful, then it makes the game unenjoyable to play. But in MK11, zoning is not too bad. The only real zone is Shang Tsung and Robocop. Even Szechuan isn't that good of a zone if you actually think about it. But yeah, I don't mind the zoning. I don't mind the zoning. So no, I would disagree. I would disagree with Jill's opinion saying that every character should have anti-zoning tools.
Just Ivo has written in the comments that grabs shouldn't swallow low pokes. Very interesting.
Also agree with that one too.
Yeah.
I think I'm inclined to agree because I was having a little jab at Panda Bear earlier, but I feel like that encourages players to mash to try and get a grab tech rather than actually predicting when the grab's coming.
I don't know if you,
yeah, sorry, Vuya, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just let Mr. Fowler. Mr. Fowler's quiet.
Has been a bit quiet, yeah.
Oh no,
he's losing his energy.
I definitely agree with that.
No,
I definitely agree with that from Ivo. So if in MK11, like a lot of your moves can be eaten by grabs, in other fighting games, like literally your opponent has to be blocking for you to grab. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So in MK11, you'll see sometimes your down 2 gets grabbed, down poke, some moves get grabbed out. I'm like, what?
There's no down 2 gets grabbed.
Imagine your down 2 gets grabbed
You
out.
didn't hear
Like,
it
that
say
is
it.
insane. That is crazy. That is crazy. Like, it should be priority. If you press something, your grab should not work. Your grab should really work on someone who's just too defensive. You try to grab them. If they press something, it shouldn't work. But yeah, I agree with Ivo. In this game, swallow a lot of stuff.
Grabs frustrate the hell out of me. Just on my take on that. Or just on the poll things, just before you go on there, Stormcrusher, the poll one was when do you think Mortal Kombat will be coming out? I just had like 2 options there, or 3 options: October, December, or next year. Most of them obviously want it in October or December. And the next poll I posted was, should mid commands come back? And most of the answers was no, and they are more in favor of everyone have a high instead of certain having a mid and certain having a high, and obviously the button inputs as well. It should be universal and a high, I think. And if it ticks on one, and it should tick on like the same as all the other characters as well. Yeah.
So just to address the mid command grab thing, I think when the devs were testing flawless block in this game, this was way before the meta shift turned into microduck OS completely. The devs realized that if you're attempting to flawless block an attack, you inadvertently duck another attack. So, for example, if you go to Kano's 2-4 string, he can do 2-4-1 and he can do 2-4 command grab tick. If you try to flawless block 2-4-1, you OS the command grab. You automatically duck it. I think they realized this. And then for characters like Kotal Khan, they gave him a mid command grab because 1-2-1 has a flawless block gap. If you were to attempt to flawless block it, you would duck the grab every time. So to make up for these inconsistencies, I think they added mid command grabs to certain characters. Also, characters who are lacking in tool sets, Collector as an example, just to fill those kind of things. And depending on the character design and if flawless blocks return in MK12, it is debatable if mid command grabs should exist, because if everyone is just micro duck OSing all the time, it's very difficult to open someone up in a strike throw meta.
True, true.
Check.
No, I definitely agree. I definitely agree on that. I don't really mind mid command throws. I do agree with you that they generally give mid command grabs to people who are lacking heavily in certain tools. I know now people are gonna look at me and say, "Code is broken." Code is not broken, guys. He's good. I won't lie, he's very good. But broken,
Brogan.
he's okay.
No, Kota is not
He's
broken.
okay.
But
Brogan.
if you say giving characters more mid command grabs, yeesh. You ever played Ekoto in MKX? That sound good. That had a mid command.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Command grab
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very fast.
Yeah.
And bro, to make matters worse, that this character can just down two, then run to you, then mid command grab you.
Yes.
That can be kind of a problem. For me, I would actually prefer command grabs a bit more of maybe a high,
Hi.
something you would see coming, especially maybe if there's a run
Yeah.
involved. I don't mind more characters having, but I'm just imagining a situation where a command grab is maybe like 6 frames faster, and then you just like poke, you condition someone into mid command grab, and that shit would definitely be working most of the time. But anyway, that's just my take. I wouldn't want to have more characters that would have mid command grabs. I would like them to have to be maybe a high, so that it gives people at least room to react.
Mhm.
No, all valid points. Don't see any more questions in the chat. If you guys have any more, just post them in, and we'll address them as we see them. But yeah, panel, is there anything else you guys want to really discuss with regards to the gameplay mechanics or that kind of stuff?
No, none from my side. But I would just like to have a small topic I could bring up. Just a small one. I'd just like to ask everyone here in the panel, if you could name just one opponent who gives you the most trouble, who would it be?
Okay.
I'll let Mr. 5000, I'll let AK go first.
I'll speak. Yeah, depending on as well how many characters you do play. Like if you got a whole list of characters, like most of you guys play, then obviously there's a counter pick. But for me, at this moment, if there's only one that I have to pick, it's definitely
Who gives
Cabal.
you
Cabal.
trouble?
I think it's Cabal. Definitely Cabal. But obviously he's also like top tierish as well. But yeah, I've struggled with him because of the jumps. Is hectic, and people with jumping projectiles. That's obviously difficult to anti-air now. You don't know where the projectile is coming, and you can amplify the projectile to make yourself safe, as certain characters can. And then obviously you don't want to anti-air. Not that I can anti-air, but you don't want to anti-air. And then they have their turn by conditioning you into the jump projectiles, or jump in one, which becomes plus, and it's their turn again. So, and obviously the Cabal also. The other part of it is all his, like most of his strings, or all his strings are no gaps and safe. So there's some people who jump and they are like OD on the jump. Like Cabal is one of them. Like I feel, strong jump ins, and can always jump on a wake up or anything. It just works. Like I'm reminiscing on DJ Romano, if you hear, but K Divine. That was before the character was actually broken. It was broken by you guys
Was
already.
busted, yeah.
So
Yeah.
Cabal for me.
Makes sense.
Mr.
Almost 5,000.
5000.
For me, there's a character which I just hate. Is Sindel.
Understandable.
Really?
I hate that
Really?
character. Even though
Yet
I do
you
play,
play.
but even though I do play,
Yet you play.
but playing against a good Sindel is really hectic sometimes.
I know what you're talking about there.
Yeah. I know who you're
Sheesh.
talking about.
Sheesh.
Mr. Orochi.
Yeah. That guy is something else, guys.
I mean, I can see why. I mean, Sandel firstly removes your duck OS because of the overhead.
Because of the overhead and the low.
He's got a very fast load that's, you have to really be ready to punish it. A lot of characters can't punish it.
Yeah, but
She's got-
definitely Sindel and Jackie, and Jackie is also irritating to play against with. And who wouldn't be irritated if you can just do an overhead into fatal blow, like Sub-Zero.
Jade.
Yeah, so those are like my 2-3 characters that I don't really like to fight against.
Yeah.
I have to counter pick every time I see those characters.
I guess for me, this is a hard one to choose. I don't really mind most of the characters in the game. I do get irritated with a few. But I would say Fujin for me. I just don't like the idea of not being able to move, because maybe it's the way I play, maybe it's because I zone, maybe it's because I play characters that are space control. The inability to move against a good Fujin it's a very frustrating feeling, because you make a move, you try and throw something out, and you instantly get punished for a full combo, and he can just run away and keep throwing out wind push on you. So for me, I would say Fujin, just because of how he limits the other characters' game plan.
His back one is too strong. Full screen control.
His dashing is too strong.
Everything is too strong. Everything.
Everything is too strong. His top one.
But yeah, Jibs
and
also
on my
says that.
side-
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, I'll just answer my own question and then we'll listen to Jill's comment.
Yeah.
On my side, it's just basically that variation of that key where you can cancel her own moves. That to me, people say you just listen to her breathing.
Mr. 5000.
That's bullshit. What? Nah. That is something else.
But I'm telling
Surprised so few people play that variation, but that variation is so irritating.
But imagine if she had an
I think most of the
overhead
time,
starter and that cancel. How worse will that be? Because she got a low, so that'll be too much. So at least you can block low. Just block and let the cancels go.
That would be too much. That would be too much. Okay, you wanted to read Joseph's question?
Oh yeah, Stormcrusher. I don't know if you can see Joseph's last comment.
Yeah, he says all characters should have the same fatal blow scaling.
I agree with that.
I completely disagree.
Why?
Why?
Well,
Why?
The same
So
fatal blow
mostly-
scaling. Well, think about it. Not all characters do the same damage, right? So, if all
Yeah.
characters have the same fatal blow scaling, it's just clear that one character, a damage character, is going to have a much bigger advantage
true.
in that regard. You want to kind of balance it with the gravity, the way the fatal blow works. So I would disagree with that, because you have to vary it from character to character.
No, I agree. All
Yeah.
characters should have a balanced fatal blow, because there is no way Sub-Zero is able to get that massive damage out of a fatal
Yeah,
blow.
no, it doesn't make sense. I'm like,
When you
you're
even
right
know that even if he does one hit into a fatal blow, you're freaking going to die. It's just the same as Spawn. It doesn't make sense. Where if I'm playing Jackie and I'm using that other variation, you even know that even if I do a fatal blow, this won't kill.
True.
That just doesn't make sense. I think in the next game they should always just try to make sure that all fatal blow actually just do the same damage. I think that would actually promote fairness in some sort of way, where you know that if I get hit by a fatal blow, I'm gonna get this much damage. No, where you get hit by a fatal blow and you just know that it's freaking Sub-Zero and I'm freaking dead.
That's what all the KB do as well. Just
Yeah,
jump 2 or jump 1, stand for fatal blow.
Exactly.
Dead.
fatal blow,
400
dead.
something.
The problem with that, Mr. 5K, is that it will be unfair in the sense that some characters have full screen fatal blows. And then that's unfair now. If a character needs to be in and his full blow is so slow, it would be unfair if they would do the same damage.
Okay, I'll get your
Yeah,
point.
maybe the full screen one, like you say, should have lesser damage as well. And on the other
Yeah.
point of like when Stormcrusher said, like, see, one of the lowest damages also is Devourer. I think Charlie Wolf knows that as well.
Yeah.
Like they don't have so much.
Yeah.
I don't think she has like the best damage like in a combo or something, but still her fatal blow gives less damage as well. So that's like unfair. Like also the players with like 1100 health and stuff, heavy hitters, they should be cut down on their fatal blow. And KBs like for one is Shao Kahn. Heavy damage, but obviously other things come into perspective there, like all flawless blockable gaps. But still, I feel that should cater for his health, the fatal blow part, because remember fatal blow, and also the other. Okay, that's another question, but I don't know if you want to carry on with that. But I just wanted to speak about the fatal blow, like regenerative too. So once fatal blow is used, like it shouldn't come back. Even if you miss it or get blocked, don't come back at all. First round, second
Yeah.
round, whatever. But we don't know if they're gonna have fatal blows next. So
Yeah.
yeah, just for now, that was like unfair part of it.
Just to
Because you're also scared.
Just to backtrack to Evo's question
Evil.
on the wake up system. I do agree, the wake up system is very annoying, but that was only the initial part of the game. I feel like the wake up system now it's more balanced. To the extent that, well, firstly, a lot of characters don't even need to meaty, or they don't need meaty or Oki to pressure anymore. I mean, look at Cabal. He ends a combo in stand 3 into the air hook grab, and then he gets a free jump off of that. He basically evades all of the wake up options that was such an issue. Johnny Cage with his nut punch restand. A lot of characters find a way around it, or have a setup to do after a knockdown to kind of help them out in that regard. So the wake up system initially I think was bad, just because of delayed wake up and how many different ways you could delay it. But when they kind of nerfed that and reworked it, I think it's pretty balanced now. I think it's a 50-50 for the offensive player and the defensive player. I think there's nothing really wrong with it.
In my take, that's like the least of our problems, the delayed wake up, because there's button pressing on wake up, there's mashing, there's rolling, there's jumping, there's too many options I see for the meaty part. Unless the meaty, I mean the obviously you can look at meter then,
So that goes back to what I was saying in firstly in terms of a lot of characters ignoring the need for meaties and Okis. They just ignore it completely. The second point is the reason wake up buttons was such a big issue back there was because of delayed wake up, because you didn't know what time to time your meaty. So as a result, you would think it's at one time, he would delay wake up, you whiff half your string, and in the invincibility frames he would do a 1 2 3 as Liu Kang and punish you for that. So the delay wake up was a big catalyst for wake up buttons. Now, if you get hit with a wake up button in the current state of the game, it's kind of like your own fault for not pressuring.
No, what I meant is like the many options of a wake up, not only the delay. Like wake up up 2, up 3, jump, wake up buttons, roll. There's so many options that on your meaty, it's like your turn. Your knockdown. That's why
I feel like roll is necessary. I feel like up 3 and up 2 are necessary as defensive options. I think wake up jump, I do agree. I feel like they should be some kind of frame delay that prevent you from jumping instantly on wake up. I agree with that. But otherwise, I think the game in its current state in terms of wake ups isn't too bad.
Other guys? 8 options, Evo says.
There's 8 options. The wake up system, yeah, I definitely do agree that with the delayed wake up being now universal, not timing it has made it easier. But I also do believe that there's quite a few wake up options, maybe too many. Roll in, wake up 2, wake up 3, wake up jump, wake up buttons, wake up grab, which very few people do, by the way. Wake up grab is actually so effective in this game. That is so effective. But there is a lot. Maybe take a few away, like rolling. Maybe you can take that away, because it's just a lot to think about after you knock someone down. Sometimes you'll even sacrifice your OP or your meaty because you're like, this guy's gonna roll on me, this guy's gonna do something on me, and then you just sacrifice that. So maybe take some of them away. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have a problem.
There are definitely a lot of wake up options in this game. You literally have to guess for your life before you attack someone after a hard knockdown. So for me, like Velvet said, I would love to see them at least take maybe one option away, so that at least once you knock down, you at least you're able to feel your hard work, like, okay, this is my time. You know? Not where you have to guess for your life, like somebody's gonna roll out, now I'm gonna get punished, or somebody's gonna wake up. At least where at least there's only either one wake up option, or maybe 2 wake up options that someone has, not having countless wake up options where now if I'm the one who's attacking, now I have to be scared to attack you, even if I know I'm in my right to attack you. So yeah, I think they have a little bit of work to wake up to do on some, maybe the wake up system in the next game. Maybe that's what I would like to see. So yeah.
And the fact that some wake up frees are safe and others are punishable, that also needs to change. Either they must all be punishable or safe. I don't know why they made some punishable and some safe.
That was kind of inspired by MKX's wake up system with the armored moves. Some of them would be pseudo-safe, some of them would be safe, like Liu Kang's one, for example. Some of them would have a strange block stun or whatever, and some would be outright punishable. They kind of try to do the same thing with the wake-ups, just with a single button.
Liu Kang's wake up is very strong. In MKX, you just wake up like, that armor can't even break. Like, hey, guy, chill. Then you have to press afterwards. Like, hey. Having a character that's overpowered like Liu Kang in MKX, guys, that's pressure. I wouldn't want an MKX Liu Kang to ever return. That character has everything. That character had pressure. That character had cancels. That character had plus strings. That character had tools to break anybody's armor, then make anything that he does into a safe move. So it's more like it's unlimited pressure. He's the MK champ. Bro, he's got damage. Even in MK11, how can a character has got like 6 or 7 crashing blows? And on top of that, being
the MK champion for you.
Yo, plus the teleport that no one uses. Bro, sheesh.
The AI pain
teleport. I actually watched a video by Tweedy recently, where it was a set with Ninja Killer, and Ninja Killer ended off the set by doing the teleport and grabbing Tweedy.
Yeah?
That's the first time I've ever seen that move used.
Yo, it's Ninja Killer.
Oh, that man's a bot, yeah. So that's something else, huh? There's a question by Payne there, Storm.
What's the
That's
dream
true,
character that you would really like to see in MK12? Me?
That's a good question.
Smoke, 100%. Was one of my favorite characters, and I would like to see him back in his human form, doing some important stuff in the story. All of that. What about you guys?
Go.
With me, definitely Takeda. I want Takeda back. I love Takeda in MKX. He was so cool.
Yeah.
And then they just didn't bring him back. Like, why? I think even who won most favorite new character in X is Takeda.
Yeah. Cassie second.
Then why? And then why didn't they bring? That makes no sense. Like, he's the most favorite, and you don't bring him back. Same with Curious. Curious won for this year. MK11, the most favorite new character. If they don't bring him back, just make like what?
I mean, the
why?
bar wasn't high. No offense, AK.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, AK Collect was so bad.
Like I said
Well,
earlier,
no
I'm playing every
originality.
character. So beware.
Yeah,
It's 5,000
they
yards.
definitely.
For me, definitely, it's
Don't say
that
Jackie.
grain of sand. That grain of sand is Trema.
Yes, you love that.
It's Trema, definitely. I would definitely love that character to come back. It would mean so much to me because that character is from the character design, guys. That character is really dope. For me, I enjoy playing that character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely how MK makes like so many different characters, and I like all the MK type of characters and not the DLCs. Yeah, some of the DLCs is okay, but obviously new MK characters that return for MK12. Yeah, I'd like to see them. But obviously, my take or my favorites are like the
Collector.
weird villain-looking people. So I liked like Collector
Hao.
here, and I liked Baraka, the monster type. So I got two, but if I would say the villain one, definitely Havoc for
Okay.
MK12. Yeah,
Okay, that's a good one.
demonic.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think what they should really try to do is, like, the guest characters, they're fun and all, right? But they really missed the mark with Terminator not getting, getting a dollar store voice actor to voice the lines. I think that really ruined the character for me.
Sonya
It
Blade's
wasn't too
voice
bad.
code.
Oh,
Ronda
yes.
Rousey did a terrible job. I'm sorry.
That was terrible.
Ronda Rousey on Sonya Blade did a terrible. What else?
Oh, Ronda Rousey, yeah.
Terrible. It's so bland.
Speaking
That was
on,
feed at the nuts. What's that? Nah. What's that? What's that?
What is that?
But just speaking on the characters that they bring, I think they need to bring back more. They don't have to be original characters we've seen before, but make more MK characters as,
Yeah.
the quote-unquote guest characters. Like in this game, our new MK characters were Garrus, Cetrion, Collected. That's it. Everyone else we've seen before. Let's bring out some new characters. They filled up all of the Combat Pack 1 and Combat Pack 2 with Spawn, Joker, Terminator, Rambo, and then Melina and Brain we've seen before. We've seen Shang before. We've seen Sindel before. Maybe make some new original characters that maybe the community will fall in love with. You never know.
Yeah, Melina was the most anticipated for MK11. Everyone wanted that. That was like, I think, the most anticipated or wanted character, Melina. For this one.
And she came not so bad. But okay.
And she came, and then the hype died down. I think they should stop caving to what I and take a risk. Do something unique.
Agreed.
And also on that one, like those favorite characters, from the monstrous type of characters, you got Goro. Leave out this other lady. Goro, Motaro, Kintaro,
Oh, so the
Onaga,
Shokan.
Blaze, and what's the other guy's name with the ball and chain?
Um,
What's that guy's name?
Something on knock or some funny stuff like that. Some okay.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah,
Cyclops guy, right?
Yeah, I know.
yeah. You know those
Yeah.
big type huge characters, leaving out like Shao Kahn and stuff, like those monstrous characters. Which one do you think should return? Like
Oh, Moloch. There we go. We got on the comments here.
we got Moloch there.
Yeah.
For me, I think it'll be Motaro because I want to see how the animation plays out, like with that four-legged, half man, half beast type of thing. I like to see like, and they must make them huge, like, different, like in size and stuff.
Kind of like how Ferret.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
won't come back. So Motaro won't come back because I remember, was it Ebon or something? He said he's too difficult to
It's
mold
too
and
difficult,
capture,
yeah.
being almost half human. So they said he's probably one of the guys who will never come back.
So that's
But I mean,
It's
what they
too
did with
tough
Kotal.
motion capture.
Look what they did with Kotal. They
Something
turned him
like
into a little jaguar. They turned him into a literal jaguar, and they managed to smoothly animate that across the screen. I think now they surely should be able to do it.
Evil Masoshi.
maybe, but I don't know.
And then just to go on to MK, gameplay and stuff. This is kind of going to the side, but a lot of people wanted kind of another conquest mode. People are a bit
that would be
tired of
fun.
it.
More stuff to do in MK12. More stuff to do, definitely.
There's a lot of content. Like if you look at it in Mortal Kombat 11 that these developers made, like there's so many things, like that. The first part of it, the story mode, like that's finished fast, and then the crypt to explore so much things. They should like add on those things, like to make new things on the same based game as well. Because when the game
What
came
I
out, there
really
was so
wanna-
much of things. I love that part of it. Of
What I really
this
want to
game.
see is, those mini games from the older gen games, like chess.
Oh,
games.
Like the new one they'll make now.
Yeah. And then just the last gameplay mechanic, so I say, that I've got down here, which I thought you guys might want to discuss, is the possibility of tag team.
Oh yes, that's a definitely must. Online tag team. Then we can have the real 2v2s. That'll be perfect.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I call dibs on Mr. 5000. I'm his partner. Thanks.
That would be perfect to see. Having a 2 versus 2, I used to enjoy that mode. Back when we used to play a lot of MK9 competitive. We used to play a lot of 2 versus 2s just to go in teams, and then I remember me and Hams used to team up where I choose Scorpion, he chooses Cyrax, and then we would interchange in terms of doing combos because there were those killer combos that we used to do, like one touch, and then because of my ability to finish off a combo, it was just so super fun and so super creative. And we used to do infinite combos until our opponent dies.
That's nice and creative as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think 2v2 will be a really fun, unique addition to the game. Obviously, be a separate game mode. In this game we had AI battle. I don't think any one of you have done an AI battle.
I've never touched that.
So replacing that kind of thing with a 2v2 would be a really nice addition, in my opinion.
It would be very nice to play online, 2v2. That would be fun. Something to. I agree. I would add that functionality to the game.
And then on those lines, with regards to the Towers of Time, how do we feel about those? Do we hate it? Do we love it? What's the vibe around them?
What was that?
The issue with the Towers of Time is what I don't like in a fighting game is the aspect of grinding too much. There was a lot of grinding in MK11. The 50 fatalities for the heads at first, that was just what the hell. Tower of Time inspires grinding. when you unlock character intros, you have to do the towers. That is so much grinding. I don't want to do all of that. Kind of just do something smaller. And I like the idea of the Tower of Time, but for me, the grinding is a bit too much.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, it's just too much. Because imagine like now, uh, because with grinding is only fun when the game is, I wouldn't even say fun. It's only you don't really do it when the game is new. Let's say
Yeah.
you pick up new character today, you play collector. Are you really gonna go play his towers for his intros? Hell
Yeah.
no. There's no way.
Depends if you
Because
like him.
grinding is too much. Ah,
Are you
like
really going to
right
take
now,
guesses intros in towers?
no, but first I like him from day one. That's why I played his towers.
That's
So right
exactly what
now,
I
you
say.
see me
I liked it from
play,
day one. So
you
yeah.
see me play a ball, you see me play Kotal. I'm not gonna play the towers, even though they're the characters I enjoy playing the most today.
Mm.
Kotal and Kabal, I enjoy playing, but I'm not gonna play the towers because it's too much grinding.
For the intros and stuff. Yeah, perhaps because the game is quite
Yeah.
old now. Like, it's fresh. Like, you want to jump in and get
Well,
everything.
surprisingly, AK, to your point, this was actually a very big thing the community didn't like at the start of the game.
Mm.
It's overshadowed now by other issues or other positives. But at the start of the game, people were really annoyed with the microtransaction kind of vibe of the game with regards to time crystals and skins from Towers of Time, because no one really wanted to play the Towers of Time that much, and the crypt people didn't really enjoy. People didn't really go down there much. So in order to unlock certain skins, people will wait for it to show up in the shop, and because of the inflated prices and people who don't really get that high rank in Combat League have to really wait a long time to build up enough time crystals to be able to buy the skin. So at the start of the game, that was a very big complaint a lot of people had. They didn't like the microtransaction feel of the game. They thought if I buy, for example, Sindel as a DLC, I should have all of her skins already. I should have all the intros, all of that unlocked because I've bought the character.
Mm.
Mm.
For me, I
Yeah,
would like to work
that
for
makes
something.
sense.
Like, I feel like you're getting something you bought, but you want to work for it. Because otherwise, everyone will have the same thing. So the more you grind, the more better things you have. That's what I feel. And on another topic, another point of like towers, you're saying you wouldn't believe, but there's a huge game base for people playing offline. Take, for instance, one of the guys called Samuel Ramukaba or something like that from Kenya or something. He's got over 100,000 subscribers and he only plays offline. So if you don't know, there's a huge base of
Yeah.
offline players who love grinding those things, and that's what keeps them going. Like even they posting stuff just on AI, just versing AI, and there's so much of followers with that too as well. I don't know, but yeah, maybe obviously they got internet to post it. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's a huge type of like how sometimes we say we are scared to take part in streams, etc. I mean, some people just play Combat League like
Yeah.
whole day, whole night, and no streams and no 1v1 friendlies. There's a base for that. There's a base for offline. There's a base for online. Like things like that. Yeah. So they cater for different, like, what do you call it? Like, I can't say
Different
facets
ways
of
people want to
people.
play the game.
Yeah, different people and what they like. Like, so they made the money in that anyway. So yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've got on my side. If there's anything the chat or the rest of the panel wants to discuss, you can go right ahead. So shoot your questions. Let's go.
Okay, just one last question before we close off. Again,
Right.
it's to everyone. So I had asked which character gives you the most problems. Now I'll sort of switch it and say which actual player gives you the most problems, like an actual player.
Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you play this guy. And Stormcrusher, don't say Magic Touch. Those guys explain. But who gives you the most trouble when you see them? You're like, oh God, this guy.
For me, it would be this. I would say it's this player I've run into recently. It's I don't remember the person's username exactly, but it's a it's a player who plays the characters in a very different way that I find very annoying. It's basically a player who's very good at abusing all the scrubby parts of the
That
game.
must be Bilal.
No, it's not Bilal. I've played Bilal.
That's part like of you, what you're saying in your own like mirror there, because you also try to use the players to the strategy and try to irritate the
Yeah.
players as well. Same, so you don't like yourself in
I
what I'm
don't.
saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't like
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
against
yeah,
myself.
yeah.
But if we talk about in the African scene, the player who I dislike playing the most is Seika.
Why?
Yo, that man knows his flawless block.
He
Why?
tries to flawless block
Flawless block.
everything. He tries to mash on
Anti-curve.
everything. He tries to always take back his turn. And I'm not bashing his gameplay. You need to do this kind of
Yeah.
stuff to open people up, you know. But personally, I just find it annoying.
Yeah, he's different, but he's like, yeah, very good in that as well. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm just talking out of turn there, but yeah.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. Since you're talking, who gives you the most trouble?
Oh, let me go next then. Obviously, it's like definitely
Yeah.
100% Mr. 5000, because I've never seen
Yeah.
in all my life playing someone who's so fast and like not random, but he knows it's calculated. I think it's random, so I could never guess what he's doing, and his movements seem like it's like not fair when I play him online, because no one else did that before. No one else. I can never. The closest that came to him was maybe MMP the Juice, but yeah, Mr. 5000. I like there's no strategy you can go in for me to beat Mr. 5000. Even though I'm not like obviously the greatest of players, but yeah, that man, I don't know. Yeah, it's like something else. That's like, I don't know, like, you know, like
Sweet.
how Ninja Killer is to the pro players of the world. That is what
Yeah.
Mr. 5000 is to me. Yeah, shut.
You're sad, Mr. 5K.
Don't say me. Okay. Now that I've complimented you.
I feel like I know who Mr. 5000 is going to talk about.
Hmm.
He's going to talk about. Can I make a guess, Justin?
Yeah,
There's
you can
two.
make a guess.
There's two.
I think you're going to talk about Orochi. I think that's how you say his name. Orochi
Yeah.
666.
Yeah.
Oh, Killjoy.
I
Oh
think
my
that's the person
God.
you're going to say.
Oh, Killjoy.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That is.
the guess is actually very right. You know, me and Orochi grind a lot together. So, and there is never a moment where I'm playing. I'm like, what the fuck is this game? Yeah, so there's definitely it's Orochi because this guy is just like how I was saying being exposed to different scenes. He has a little bit of knowledge that I also don't know about the game. So every time I play him, I'm just like, oh, this is how I'm supposed to be playing this game. And once I learn how to play like, I even see that the level of matches actually even change and stuff like that. And when I apply it to our scene, I even actually get the feel like, okay, I've actually kind of improved in terms of how I play this game. So I would say Orochi, and I would say Killjoy, because we definitely grind a lot.
You guys are rivals.
Offline. We are not rivals. We are definitely. I'm telling you, me and Killjoy are definitely friends, and
Yeah, I would say no. It's a friendly rivalry. I mean,
it's
most tournaments come down to the
yes,
both of
That
you.
most tournaments actually usually come down to maybe us and stuff like that. And sometimes we even laugh about it, especially maybe when we win tournaments and stuff like that. And if we're playing an offline, we actually even advise each other in terms, because we are just, it's like the back is against everyone. Usually back in the day, maybe they used to be against us, maybe being inside of the bracket. So what we usually do is when we go to tournaments and stuff like that, we've got each other's backs in terms of giving each other's advice in terms of which character to pick, how to counter our opponents, especially if it's a tournament that actually matters to the both of us. We would definitely go in and ensure that both of us actually reach top 3 or make top 8 and stuff like that. So we'll be each other's shields. And then when we actually get to play, when we actually get to meet, it's like, hey, bruh, whatever happens, may the best man win.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how we. That's how we relate. It's not like maybe Killjoy is in the bracket. I'm like, no, it's Killjoy is in the bracket. I want to talk to him. We definitely give each other advice almost all the time. There's a bigger important tournament, even if it's an online tournament. If he sees me making mistakes, he's watching the stream. He'll slide in my DM, give me advice. If I see him making a lot of mistakes, I'll slide in his DM, advise him which character maybe to pick for a better matchup and stuff like that. It's always been like that, and it's been like that even with Mark the Shark. We definitely do that a lot together and stuff like that. So I would definitely say the Killjoy, Orochi, and Velvet Overkill sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah. My days where I play very sweet, I'm like, nah, today. Then the whole
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes, definitely. Very sweaty.
okay, on my side, that one guy is definitely Mark the Shock for me. Back when we used to play the game like regularly, no one has dismantled my gameplay, my strategies the way that guy did. That was the one guy I literally said, I don't know what to do. When I play, kill them, Mr. 5K, I always have a thing like, oh, I think let me try this. This should work. But against Mark, I was like, I don't know what to do against this guy. Like, everything I try, he just, how is it? That man's reads were insane. That guy was insane. I was
He was
telling
an
him because,
AI.
um, exactly, during Varsity Vibe, the Varsity Vibe tournament, I came second, he came first. I told him afterwards, like, bro, you were gliding through this thing. No one gave you that challenge. Like, you were just gliding through it. He laughed and said, nah, being humble, like, nah, you guys made me pick a blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you don't have to be humble. I think he 3-0'd everyone in that
Yeah,
tournament.
he did.
Yeah, he
I
did.
remember.
He did, yeah. At the grand final, 3-0'd everyone in the tournament. So, yeah, that guy he's insane. I, I don't know what to do against him. He was insane.
Just wanna cut in there with Evo's most hated player, which is gonna go to Meineke KD.
Why do people feel like this?
They like to play with each other mostly. That's
But let's end off with Jev's last question, and he says who has the best fatality in MK11?
Best fatality. I really like Cassie Cage's fatality with the gunshots. Then she kicks your nuts so hard, your skull pops out. That was very funny to
Goodness.
me. That was very funny to me.
and the way she holds the gun, on the fingers, like
Yeah.
that's nice graphics as well. Oh, I have to think about that. Like,
I would say
So
Jackie's one would be mine. The one where she shoots those grenades at you, and then your arm explodes, your leg explodes, your head explodes, and then she throws the that little wall
Yeah.
in your stomach, and then the wall just pops out, and you see the heartbeat. I think that was one of the most creative ones, so I would say that's my favorite.
oh, I thought it was like what's this fatal blow? So I have mine definitely 100%. It was definitely Kano when he does that
yeah,
dance with that bottleneck. That was fun and funny, and yeah, like gruesome, but I loved it. I loved it. Yeah.
definitely
Funny
Keno as
enough,
well.
that funny enough, sorry to interrupt you guys. That fatality is, in my opinion, the worst one. When I saw it the first time, I was like, that was so whack. Yo, I even switched off the game. I was like, that is so, bro. Yo,
Because Kano is a funny type of like humor, like Johnny Cage, but in a different way. That was like the humorous part of it. Like that's what I felt suited him. You know?
Geraldino, in the
yeah. Even
comments, gives a
trying
very good,
to fatality. Yeah, very nice. I
gives
like those
Shang's
fatalities.
fatality.
The Kintaro one. Oh, the other one, yeah, where he pulls you
I think both of his
into
ones are
hell.
brilliant,
Both, yeah,
to be
both is
honest.
good. And Kintaro looks cool there.
Yeah, the Kintaro one is also very nice. I like that one.
But yeah, I mean, that's all I've got on my side.
Yeah, and I don't have any more questions on my side as well. I think
Yeah,
this would actually be the time to close it off. It's going to 10.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Okay.
this
Yeah,
was a really good discussion. I think we covered some good points. I think the chat
yeah,
interacted with us very well. And
yeah,
yeah, I think we should do this more often. I think it's very
yeah.
nice to
So
have these
we
kind of
need another
community
one.
events.
Mm-hmm.
Get different people on the mic,
Yeah.
you know, have them talk about what they think about the game. I think it's a really
Mm-hmm.
cool thing to do.
oh yeah.
Then thanks for setting this up, AK. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All credit goes to
Nope.
Gaming with AK Slay, the GWA god.
Let's grow, let's go. But no, I don't take any credit for this. I love the way the guys chat on Fight Club. That's one of the best groups in my opinion, anyway. And yeah, since I think Stormcrusher, he initiated this whole thing from I think last week as well, and did make it materialize today. So yeah, all credits to him and the guys who came on as well. That was brilliant, fun. That's the first time I've done this on my channel, but I know it's obviously better to do it on a PC with the OBS screens and where we can get you guys
Yeah.
pictures in it. But maybe that's soon. But yeah, I'm grateful to have that on the stream, and thank you guys so much, and the viewers as well. Much
Of
appreciate you
course,
guys. I see like
Mr.
8 to 10
Jivs,
guys,
Hey
like you said,
Nintendo,
get more support.
Geraldino, Sad Boy. Thank all of you for interacting with us. It made the stream much more lively and also, yeah.
I really enjoyed
Thank you.
it.
Yeah.
5,000.
Thanks to everybody that actually tuned in. And this was actually a very kind of different type of content that I'm sure
Yeah.
Ekesley and Stormcrusher were actually going for. And it was actually very much informative in terms of what we want to see, and maybe just the experience of what we've been through, maybe as top players and stuff like that. So it was actually good to share what we think would be what we would like to see in the next game, and it was very much nice to actually also get people's perspective and views from the comment section and stuff like that. So definitely we should definitely get on the mic more and encourage more people to actually pull up and just have an interactive session more often, instead of just playing games and having tournaments and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's always good to talk to people,
Yeah, no, of
and that's how
course.
we connect and stuff. So yeah.
Yes, 100%. That's the main thing for me.
Right then, with that said, I think it's time to close the stream. So just a big thank you to our panelists, to the chat, and to everyone in the various groups who, contribute to these discussions. Obviously, I didn't come up with our agenda today off the top of my head. I read through what everyone was talking about the game, and I put this together just to answer a few questions I saw that were floating around the group. So yeah, just a big thank you to everyone, and we hope to see more people on these kind of streams in the future. Yeah.
Shots, yeah. Much appreciated, guys, to every one of you as well. Yeah, with that said, we're going to be out. Much love. Let's grow. Let's go.
Let's go. Thanks,
Let's
guys.
go.